threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals, and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Yes, the Knicks get it down and win, showing a lot of heart. I'm Bart Scott, no Chris Carlin, no T. Wizzle, as we're trying to get him on. But until then, now we can joke about who's always late and who's not coming in from time to time. I tell you what, the Knicks win, and we talked about this yesterday. We didn't know how much stock we were going to put into the fact that if they won, what it meant, because we knew that Jaylen Brown wasn't going to play, Achilles tendonitis, but we knew it was the return of Jason Tatum to the Garden, returning to the scene of the crime. And tell me if you had Josh Hart stepping up and taking the biggest shots of the game. I mean, you talk about taking two big threes in the fourth quarter to spoil Jason Tatum's return. You know, you have to look and say, hey, 52 wins. You talk about Mike Brown, the most wins by any new coach, surpassing Pat Riley. You have to tip your cap to him. And then you have to ask yourself, what is the expectations? Because now when you talk about, and you give the Knicks their flowers, as you should, when you talk about giving the Knicks their flowers, the expectations automatically go up. So you talk about, how much stock are we going to put into this game? If you're the Knicks and you're Mike Brown, you put a lot into this because you're saying, hey, we beat them 3 times. Yes, I know it wasn't with their dynamic duel. It wasn't with Jaylen Brown. It wasn't with Jason Tatum. But this was the team. And you beat them, and this is a team without Tatum that's second in the Eastern Conference. And then you start looking at the standings and saying, hey, maybe, just maybe, 2 is realistic. Now, you look into it and, until I get my partner on, I'm going to be leaning on Tom. And who's on the 1s and 2s? Who else do we have?
I'm with you, Bart.
Oh, we got Ray Dizzle. Oh, the perfect, the perfect sarcastic guy to come in and put into perspective. Now, am I tripping? Because I'm going to get blamed for being a Pistons fan. But when you look at what the Knicks were able to do yesterday, how much stock are you putting into the fact that they beat a depleted Celtics team?
You obviously can't say that they're going to win an NBA championship because of that. But to be able to show up and hit big shots, even if Jaylen Brown's not out there, it still shows something out of the team.
And I hear your point. It shows something, out of the team, the fact that they're able to win. And they should have confidence that they're 3-1. But it feels like it's flipped because last year, the Celtics had their number. And then when it got into the playoffs, that's what happened. You have to tip your cap off to Josh Hart. And, just a couple of days ago, we were talking about Josh Hart and the fact that we didn't know if he should be and remain in the starting lineup. I think he's the most intriguing player out of the entire thing because we want to put him there into the starting lineup because of the energy, but he feels to me like a six-man. He feels to me like a six-man. And, oh, my, somebody has these slow skis. What do you have, dial up out there? Let's welcome into the show Ty Butler, everybody. Do we have the round of applause button that we can push?
Here's me walking in eating chicken wings because I had to stop for breakfast on my way to the show today.
Ah, chicken wings. Turn your volume up, B. We can't hear you. Let the people hear that beautiful Q-tip voice. No tip.
Yo, by the way, it's Q-tip's birthday today, so shout out to Q-tip.
Wow. Happy
It's
birthday,
his birthday
Q-tip.
today.
Yesterday was Willie Cologne's birthday, so a happy belated birthday to Chili Willie.
Big up Willie Cologne. Yeah,
now,
we're working on the audio situation. I'm here on live on YouTube. We're in the building, baby. I know. You know what happened here? This is karma. This is because I made fun of you yesterday. Now, it's not sports gods. It's like the broadcast gods are playing with me.
Absolutely.
I was playing in their face yesterday, going at Bart. It's like, bro, you're the substitute teacher. You don't come in here and make jokes about the regular show host. Like, that's not what you're supposed to be doing.
Let's be honest what this was. You thought I was going to crash the car. So he's like, let me show everybody how valuable I am. I'm going to say something's wrong with my technology.
That's not bad.
What did you do? All you did was turn the on switch on? That was the problem with your technology?
Yo, it's crazy. I was just in Jersey. I told you this yesterday. On Easter Sunday, doing the show from church. That's how spiritual
you did it from church?
Did it from church, man. The pastor's office, chilling.
He has risen?
He is risen. So now I travel back to the crib, get hooked up, and all of a sudden, equipment's not working. I don't know what's going on. You know what it is, Bart? We sound so good yesterday. They don't want us together, bro.
They want us to be great.
They don't want us to be great, man.
Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat.
Stevie Ray and Booker T.
But yes, how does the return sound? Am I okay?
You're kind of low. You're kind of low on my end. So I don't know if you need to turn your ports up a little bit. But you always low. You always super smooth, silky smooth anyway. But we started the show and saying, hey, who knew that all the Knicks needed? It's kind of like the replacement players with Shane Falco. Like, what do we need? We need heart. And they got heart. And listen, man, if you give Hart those two shots, 30% of the time he's missing those. I was just surprised that he had the kahunas to pull those.
No, but that's important because you want to see, and Breen talked about this on the broadcast yesterday, like sometimes he's in his own head. And you know this because you're the athlete. Like you can overthink, and that split second of overthink can take you out of rhythm and the flow of an offense. And so without hesitation, hitting those not one but two big shots and helping the Knicks get what I thought was a very important victory. Like that's and I know Jaylen Brown didn't play, and the Knicks are gonna be the 3 seed anyway. But that's a big, game as far as like psyche. Like everyone's talking about the Celtics and how they're the favorites. Well, we just beat them on our home floor, and I just think that like we got to give credit where it's due. The Knicks went out there and beat the Celtics yesterday, despite trailing in the fourth quarter. And you had OG play well in spurts. You had Josh Hart, as we just talked about, hit those big shots. Mikal Bridges led the game off on a 7-0 run. You had Mitchell Robinson come in and wreak havoc. And, of course, you had the best closer, or one of the best closers in the sport, Jalen Brunson, do his thing. Him and Cat showed y'all what that 1-2 punch can be. So I thought that was a great, gritty, grimy performance from the Knicks. But now you feel excited going into the playoffs.
But isn't it interesting? But isn't it interesting, right? We talked about yesterday. We talked about Mike Brown and how Cat still doesn't understand his role. And it almost feels like those shots, even though Josh Hart made them, should have been taken by one of those two other guys.
Yeah, but to defend,
because you're usually open for a reason.
But that's the point. The Celtics are so magnificent defensively, and it's led by their head coach. They are going to dictate the terms. It's like, no, we're not going to let Jalen Brunson beat us. We're not going to allow Cat to cook us. We're going to leave Josh Hart open and dare the Knicks to feed him the ball, dare him to shoot it. And if he makes it, you tip your cap. Like, we lost because the guy that we want to shoot the basketball just so happened to hit it, and you make the shots.
But I'm laughing. I'm laughing, right, because the same thing will make you laugh will make you cry.
Yeah,
so like
if he doesn't hit those shots.
So no. What I'm saying is, right? So now he's feeling good. So now he's confident.
Oh,
let's fast forward to when they're in the playoffs.
Uh-oh. I'm
He
hot.
He doing that NBA jam like he's on fire, and then he missed those. You're gonna be like, why the hell did this broke shooting dude take the shot? See, so that's what I'm saying when I say like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And he's hit it now, so he's gonna have the confidence to pull the trigger. Where before he would have took a good shot and found a better shot.
You want that.
Okay.
That's important to open up their offense. If he's not taking those shots, then he becomes someone who's not valuable, and now you're playing 4 and 5.
Okay.
And like the Warriors went through this. Not to say that the Knicks
yes,
are,
I was about to go right there. I was about to go there.
The Warriors went through this with Draymond.
Yes.
And Draymond in 2016 actually had his best shooting year from 3.
Correct.
But once that shooting didn't line up with what we had seen at his best, he changed his role. He's like, you know what? I'm not shooting anymore. I'm just going to set these screens for Steph. I'm wide open. And they changed their offense. But I just think it's important for Josh to hit those shots. Can
I mean, it's important, but yeah, I don't want him taking those shots in the playoffs against Boston because, like I said, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And we've already seen him hit it, so the percentages tell us that you don't want him in that situation.
Yeah.
But he's an intriguing player, right? Because when other guys are hurt, he shows that he can put up offense, and it surprises you. Like, man, this dude can actually put up points, and you forget. I don't know how to categorize him. Is he Dennis Rodman? Is he Bruce Bowen? Because he doesn't. He's not a great dribbler, but he can bring the ball up. He's not a great shooter, but he can get hot.
You're still on Josh, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's a Swiss Army knife.
Correct. Like, is he Bruce Brown? You know what I mean?
I like that comp, actually. I like it. Because the Nuggets don't win the title in 2023 without Bruce Brown.
Correct. But is he a guy that you want taking those shots? Like, is that a guy consistently that you want to take the shots? Now, you have to give credit to Mike Brown because he's empowered Josh Hart. Say, man, you open, shoot it.
Yeah.
Only person that don't have the green light is Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the in this era of basketball. That is the way you design your team perfectly, where everyone at all times is a live shooter.
Is a threat.
And Josh, it's a threat. And Josh this year actually is shooting a career high from 3-point range. But listen, man, I know there are going to be a lot of people. And by the way, shout out to you, Bart, putting the cape on, start the show, man, get in the Knicks conversation. They try to call you a one-trick pony. Nah, man, we can talk hoops. Bart can do what he got to do.
I love basketball, man. Listen, basketball is my first love. I actually played basketball in high school longer than I played football. I only played football for 3 years. I played basketball all 4.
Clearly you weren't good enough.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, let me tell you what happened. People are like, you see the Bart me now. I was smaller than you in high school. I mean, you're my.
Don't say it like that, like I'm some small dude. Come
on,
you're grown. You don't want me to have to take the shirt off.
You're a grown ass teenager.
You don't want, man. Listen, you don't want us to go down that path. I gotta take the shirt off.
You got a grown man starter kit.
I'm a runner now, so I've lost like 45 pounds.
You're a runner. You're a track star. Also, so you used to have a Mano body.
I had, you know what I had? I had the Bart Scott actually. I was big up top with the belly. I had the belly. So you got
see. Last time I did that, and I haven't manscaped since then. You know what I'm saying? We almost got kicked off the air because I had my public areas exposed. So I ain't even gonna do it today because I don't even know how low my low ride underwear is wearing.
Yeah,
but I show you, I ain't got. Listen, it ain't what you think.
I know the ab work is not what it used to be. I'll tell you that much.
You ain't lying, man. Because I don't have the energy. Yesterday I did cardio. I was like, man, because listen, I to the point now where they say if you do cardio and you lift, it kind of defeats the purpose. Now, if you lift first, if you lift first and run and like walk or do it after, I think it, because that's how everybody grows up. You go to practice, you run, and then you lift weights, and then you go out to practice, or you practice and you go lift weights after. But I don't have the energy to do both at a high level. Right? So usually what I try and do is make one day a cardio day, one day a lift day. Every once in a while, it's like a multiple day. But I just don't have the energy, man. So yesterday
Well,
I did.
we know your history. Stamina's always been a problem for you. You being able to keep up.
Yeah, that ain't what she said.
I disagree with that, by the way, though. Like, its premise, and not to get nerdy, like fitness talk, but nutrition is the most important. And
Yeah,
so
of
if
course.
you supplement the workout with proper nutrition and you get the protein, you can achieve like that.
Yeah,
blend
but
of
they say that,
cardio
like,
and
they say when you do
heavy
cardio, it continues to burn the muscle.
It
So, like,
does.
you eating the muscle and stuff like that when you do the cardio, high-end cardio, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just for me, now, I'd rather just do a cardio day than do a heavy lift day. So then I'm basically lifting 4 times a week and heavy cardio 3 times a week and kind of keep it like that. How we got here, I have no freaking idea.
Yeah. So on the Knicks, here's the thing. I don't want to be unfair because, like, had they lost that game, we would have destroyed them. How could you lose? No Jaylen Brown. So I think it's only fair that when they win the game, we give them credit.
Of course.
And I don't want to be the hypocrite because yesterday, and this was the clip we put out on social media, I essentially called out like a portion of the fan base that was prepping to cherry pick this game. Like, had they lost, doesn't matter. We've seen them lose to the Celtics in the regular season. In fact, we've seen them get swept by Boston, 3 of them not even close, and then how that work out in the playoffs. And now that they've won, it counted. So there's that portion of the fan base that will like to cherry pick games. But I don't want to swim in those waters, Bart. And so I went to bed last night, and I thought it was a great game, man. It's theater, it's back and forth, high leverage situation, and you beat the Celtics. You take the season series. By the way, shout out Mike Brown, 52 wins, now the most ever by a Knicks head coach in his first season. They're now 28-22 against teams above 500, which we killed them for last year, being a disgrace in that category. So there's a lot of positive takeaways. And I want to give Knicks fans a chance. 800-919-3776, at Bart Carlin, at Bart Scott 57, at Ty D. Butler, and, of course, in the YouTube comments. Come on and celebrate, man. Like, that was fun. National television and MSG. Like, people were into it. You saw Ben Stiller. You saw my man Joey Crack. Like, Spike Lee, of course. Like, it was a big game and had that feel, and the Knicks came out victorious.
Yeah, you have to give them the credit. And, I want to know now when you think about what's going on with the Knicks and what you saw, and now we know the record is what it is. And I kind of mentioned that as well. Mike Brown becomes the only coach in his first year to kind of win 52 games passing Pat Riley, which is whenever you were mentioned in the same sentence as Pat Riley and you did something better than him, then that's to be applauded. So 52 wins. But now with that, how much does that raise your expectations? Because you took the series with them, right? So if you play them, you would think that you would beat them, right? And you should be the favorite, right?
But what does that mean? Because the
Being the
expectation – no. So if the question is, well, how much does that change your expectations? The premise behind that is the expectations changed, which I don't agree with that. I don't think that at any point this season the expectations changed. Now, circumstances did, right, because we thought the Celtics were in a gap year. We didn't account for the Pistons, your Pistons, being 2 years removed from a 17-win season being this good. And so the circumstances around the Knicks changed, and there's been some internal conflict that we've wondered about. But the goal is still get to the finals. Like, that has not at all been altered.
But when I say the expectations was that when Tatum came back, even before Tatum came back, when we saw that Jaylen Brown was looking like an MVP candidate, and he still is, especially with all the guys not making 65, he'll probably finish third or second in MVP voting. When we saw that,
Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, you're bugging. You think Jaylen Brown's going to finish second in MVP?
Did you hear what I said before that? How many players are ineligible?
Oh, I mean, Jokic, Wemby, and SGA. That's going to be your top 3. SGA's
and
going to win it.
I mean, I'm saying, he'll be top 4. Okay,
Maybe.
I didn't think Wemby was. I didn't think he qualified. I talked about Luka and all the guys that's disqualified. But you know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he'll finish third or fourth in MVP voting, right? Third or fourth, whatever. What I'm saying is, that's the type of caliber of season that he's having, right? That he was in the conversation and the other guys kind of took it away and ran away with it. But what I'm saying is, with that being said, we thought, oh, man, this Celtics team is a lot better than we thought. Maybe we are ahead of our skis when we're saying that the Knicks will beat them. Let's try and avoid them. Remember, that's kind of like what the narrative was. But now when you see the 52 wins, you see that, okay, they beat them, they won the series, you're starting to say, well, they should be favorite. See, Boston would have been favorite before yesterday. I think in Knicks fans' head, they're saying we should be favored over Boston. We beat them last year with Tatum, with Brown, and Tatum's not what he was last year, and we beat the series. They don't have Drew Holiday. They don't have Porzingis. They don't have Al Horford. They're basically relying on two guys at the top in white, right? And so we should be deeper than them, and we match up well against them. So that's what I'm saying. Does yesterday change the expectations where you're almost bullish if you're a Knicks fan, saying, hey, man, listen, I want Boston instead of Detroit because I've seen that we lost to Detroit and we can't beat Detroit, and they're a bad matchup for us. But, man, we've owned Boston. If I got to see somebody in the second round, I prefer Boston over Detroit. That's what I'm saying.
It's a fascinating conversation. So let's do this. Let's take a break. 800-919-3776. Get involved in the conversation. Hit us up in the YouTube comments as well. I'm getting compliments on my eyelashes, and I think this is coming from a dude. I don't know how that makes me feel, but
they say you look like Fraggle Rock. You like Muppet Baby.
Nah, they're saying I've got some long eyelashes.
Yeah,
and my mother-in-law yesterday, which quick aside, my mother-in-law came to karate class for my kids.
Oh, I thought you was about to say you was 40 years old in a karate class. I was about to say you Taibo Joe.
You Taibo. Oh, we can't say the last word. And she's like, yo, Maverick, my youngest, he's got some long eyelashes. That's going to be a catch for the ladies. I'm like, yeah, you know who he gets that from. And speaking of getting long things from his dad, let's not go there. 800-919-3776. We take a break. Hit us up in the YouTube comments.
Skinny?
Ty Butler, Bart Scott. I promise you, when we get back, my microphone will sound infinitely better right here on ESPN New York, the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Knick fans, you know what you've become? You become Yankee fans, where nothing's good enough until we get to the postseason and they do the whole win the whole thing. You've gone from being a Jets fan who are just happy to make the playoff, and in 5 years, you've become a Yankees fan where only winning the championship is good enough.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, and I love when I get to talk about my friends at PC Richard & Son. It's a local company, family-owned, and I trust them, and you should too. Right now, get up to 35% off appliances, and with our tax season savings, get an extra 5% off appliance purchases totaling $5.99 or more. And in-home delivery is free. Great savings, great service. It's what they do. Get tax season savings at PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan. Some exclusions apply. See stores for details.
In the Bronx, it's a crash now at southbound 95, the westbound Cross Bronx at the Deegan. It's an accident. Left lane is blocked. Coming in from New Jersey down to minor delays at the George Washington Bridge. And that earlier accident on the Cross Bronx southbound 295, the extension down by Throgs Neck Bridge, finally cleared. That was a nasty accident, but that's all cleared now, so you can get from the Bronx onto the Throgs Neck Bridge. 347 Wisconsin Highway at Setauket. That's eastbound side of crash being cleared by Mark Tree Road. And again, the Hudson River crossings in from New Jersey. Everything is looking good. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan Bet Back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Well, go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your special Mulligan Bet Back token. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Adam Schefter here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Oh, let's do it. Shout out Q-Tip. His birthday today. Tribe Called Quest. Bart, you've been telling me, I guess ever since I met you, that I sound like Q-Tip.
Say that again?
I said shout out Q-Tip. It's his birthday
yeah, no
today.
doubt.
He came back with Scenario. Tribe
Q-Tip
Called
and you
Quest.
know Tip. Oh, your mic sounds amazing. What did you do, hard reset?
Nah, so can we be honest about what happened to start the show?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can.
That was intentional. That was intentional. I think it is important sometimes to show the powers that be that in case y'all have forgotten, my man has been doing this for 15 years. So if he is called on to host a show solo, he can do it.
Yeah, just give me the reads. Let me
y'all
pre-record the reads.
Yes, and y'all don't got to worry about Bart Scott. He's a professional.
This happened before. I remember one time. Like Allen, something
That's not
happened.
exactly what happened. That was my bad. And now Tom's angry with me.
That's all I got. Like one time, Allen, something happened with Allen. He couldn't get here, so and John was like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "Bart," I'm like, "Bro." Like
They
it's
gotta
just,
give you the-
I'm like, brother, it's just talking, man.
Nah,
like,
man, it's because, listen, here's the thing, though, because, like, this is Bart and Rick being under the same umbrella of, we know you guys are talented enough to do radio, obviously. It's just, how much do we trust y'all without guardrails, no discipline, to just go off the rails and just start spouting nonsense that's inappropriate, NFSW? We just don't know that we can go down that path.
we know how to act when we in a certain role, right? Same way. I guarantee you take Rick or myself and you put us in a serious scenario at a charity event, we're going to speak the way that you're supposed to speak. The only reason we act crazy is because we have no responsibilities when we're not driving the show. Our mind can deviate
and wander. It's like Josh Hart last night. In that 4th scoring option role, we can counter. If we just said, hey, Josh, no Brunson, no Towns, no Mikal, no OG, you go out there and play, I don't know that we trust Josh Hart to do that.
See what's crazy? Remember last time that happened? Like we were like, oh, when Brunson was hurt and he was like, maybe I get more touches. Just what you can see, because I get in a rhythm, I get shots, and we saw that also with Jenkins for the Pistons. He was averaging 7 points.
Hey, where's the jar? Where's the jar? The random Pistons mention we throw money into the jar. Where is it?
I'm just saying, right? We've seen examples of guys that saying, hey, I can do more. Yeah. And sometimes we see guys that leave teams like, yo, where was this at?
Brunson.
Yeah,
with the Mavs.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
he had the 3 playoff games against Utah, right? Yeah, Utah.
Yeah, correct.
Now he's, the number one option for a Knicks team that's got 50-plus wins in 3 consecutive seasons for the first time since the early 90s.
I'm just hoping they can pull this all together, brother.
I don't think you're actually hoping that.
I feel like we're running out of time with this regime.
I disagree with you. I don't believe you're hoping for that, because that comes at the expense of your team.
No, because this is the thing. My team isn't ready to win a championship.
Bart, after all the trash talk we've been hearing from you all season long about the Pistons and Cade, and you're in the MSG suite last year disrespectfully in a Knicks suite wearing a Pistons gear, we do not want to hear you cop and please at the end of the season. Because if the Knicks, let's just say they get past Boston, and they beat your Pistons in the conference finals, we don't want to hear about, oh, this is good for New York. I'm just happy for the Knicks. Nah, man, pump your chest out. Square them shoulders up.
I'm not going to be happy if they beat the Pistons, but if the Pistons lose to somebody else and don't get there, and then the Knicks beat that team, I'm not tripping. What I'm saying is we're coming to the closing of a window. Not this year for the Knicks is the closing of the window, but next year, unless they go get Giannis, then that window opens and the expectations is sky high. But we know that can only last for so long because he's a person of a particular age. What I'm saying with the Pistons, they're so young that they have an opportunity. And we always talk about the experience of pain. Last year they experienced pain and they came back renewed and a better team because of that loss, right? They learned a lot from the Knicks. They learned that they have to learn how to finish. They got to learn how to close. They can't just have these spurts and not be able to close, because all games, like most games in sports, come down to what you do when it's a minute or 2 minutes to go. It don't matter how you got there. Every team get there, and you either do it or you don't. The Pistons have so many options to improve their team. They haven't pushed all their chips to the middle of the table yet. The Knicks have pushed their chips to the middle of the table when they gave up 5 picks for Mikal Bridges. And I feel like if this goes bad, then the Knicks are going to get desperate, because they're going to say, we don't think we can win this way with this team. We thought we could, right? And, they thought they could win with Julius Randle and OG and all that stuff. And then they said, nah, we need Karl Anthony Towns. So that was a big move, right? And it cost them assets. I don't know, outside of getting Giannis after this, what the big move you can have. And we think that, okay, well, Giannis is a great player, but what if that knee flares up? Or what if it's one of those things where it's like when Stoudemire and Melo came, and you were so razor thin that it hangs on the balance of Giannis' knee, who's missed a lot of games in the last 2 years. So what I'm saying is, I wouldn't be upset if the Pistons didn't make it. Remember the history of the Pistons. Both times they won championships, it was riddled with pain.
Yeah,
right.
Some bumps in the road. Isaiah Thomas
stolen by Bird, right?
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas's ankle sprain.
The ankle sprain.
6
the phantom foul on Kareem, right?
Yeah.
And then before, remember they went to like 5 Eastern Conference championships against Jason Kidd and all those guys. They kept losing, and then they won, right? So our history is like, it usually takes some pain.
Well, the championship actually happened first. Remember, in 2004. When it all came together. And you guys got lucky, by the way, that my Lakers just didn't like each other. That team just hated each other.
Sure. The greatest team. You talk about one of the greatest teams never to win, you have to put that team right up there.
Yeah, I mean, they all hated each other. Karl Malone retired the next season.
Ray, I'm sorry, Ray.
Shaq was on his way out. Phil Jackson retired.
Is Ray Dizzle there?
Oh, I'm here for your sounding board, Bart.
Ray, can we please have a Lakers fine jar? Because what the hell did the Lakers have to do with anything we was talking about?
We might surpass a fine jar and just go with the big hook and hook him off the stage.
Yes, man, we're going to pull you off. Where's the Sandman when we need him?
We'll play you out like we did Richard yesterday.
Yo, the chat was calling. The chat was calling for that. I got destroyed one time. I was filling in on DHR, and apparently I was like disrespectful to Richard, which people are nerdy about. Yo, the chat was were the people calling for us to play him off the scene yesterday. That wasn't me. That wasn't Bart. That was the chat. So shout out, chat.
Hey, you know what we should do? I think we should add a new drop for when we need a guest to wrap it up. Can we go with the Laurel Hardy and start playing it real low underneath?
I don't know, man. That Richard, the music that they play is just
the
perfect,
Purge,
bro. Yo, it's perfect. I don't know, Tom, if we can. I don't know if we can.
You talking about the Purge?
Key that up. The music that we play when we're trying to get rid of a caller.
Yeah,
which started on the afternoon show, I think.
Oh, they have music like that.
Yeah,
but we want to be different, though, man.
But that's what we play. But I understand that. It's just perfect, though.
Okay.
It's just that. And maybe we ask, yo, how about this?
Yo, that's what they play. Oh, yeah.
That's the afternoon. Do you want that?
Yo, but it's
that's the old school joint. Like, yeah, that's appropriate. But I see if we can find Laura Hart.
Yo, it's like when the BET Awards.
Yeah.
It's like the acceptance speech is going too long.
Yeah, let me tell
and
you
they're now
something.
throwing to a break. You got the music that comes in. It's perfect.
They try to wrap Jimmy V up, and he like this is my last speech, bro.
Yeah, bro.
These
Could you
TV people are
imagine?
disrespectful. These TV people are disrespectful, man.
Crazy. And by the way, again, not my show. I don't want to be out here like creating rules. Yo, Tom, how about this? Because you know Bart Scott like has no regard for the clock. Maybe sometimes you just play it for Bart when he's going too long.
There you go. There you go.
It's going too long.
Whoa. Yesterday, who went over the clock?
I was literally about to agree with Bart. Who's the one who killed the clock yesterday?
You went to 10:29. You went to 10:29 yesterday.
Time out. Wait, did I just hear Tom Bauer agree with Bart Scott?
That's right.
Is that something that just happened? Color me shocked.
Brother,
it's the first time in his life he's at. Come on, Tom.
Does
you
it not,
saying you agree with Bart like that's not doing anything.
He usually don't agree. No. This ain't some opinionated thing. This is something that's fact. Yesterday, just like you talk about, where's the Pistons fine jar? You bring up the Lakers, the 2004
Well, because
Lakers.
we were talking about your Pistons journey as champions.
Makes
and
no
they
sense.
won. Yeah, why would we talk about the Lakers as we're discussing Detroit Pistons championships?
Nameless, faceless things. You could have just said they won the championship.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be specific about who they beat. You was like, Gary Payton, Karl Malone. Listen, turn the page, brother. I know it hurts.
I just
turn
think
the page.
It's an
You
asterisk.
lost.
I don't
Your
know.
team
It's
lost.
an asterisk. Did they really win that year? I don't know.
Your
It's
team
an
lost,
asterisk.
bro. It was not only was it a loss, it was an ass kicking. Y'all barely got a game. And then Shaq's on podcast talking about the only person he ever feared was Ben Wallace. Facts.
I heard a caller this morning, and we'll get to the phone calls, 800-919-3776.
Allegedly.
On the morning show. Allegedly. On the morning show. The problem is we get together and we got so much to catch up on.
That's true. It's almost like we didn't see each other yesterday.
I got a text from my pops yesterday. He's like, yo, y'all got great chemistry. So I heard, and I don't know how you're going to take this, so I'm curious. There was a caller on the morning show. He's asking for, he's like, yo, I haven't really watched the NBA the last 20 to 25 years. Like,
What?
He's like, forget the setup of the question, but like, who's the comp for Mitchell Robinson? Like who's his comp? And I immediately think Rudy Gobert, like that's the guy who comes to mind. But he brings up Dennis Rodman and Ben Wallace. How do you feel about that?
Mitchell, come on now. Mitch,
How do you feel about
Mitch
that?
in his worst day. In his best day. Playing hell no.
Because you could argue.
No.
And it's
don't do
a fun argument to have like during the summer on national radio. Who's the best player on that 04 Pistons team? 'Cause you can go like three
the most
different
talented.
ways. Most talented. Not most talented. Just who's the best player? Is it to me? The only three options are Chauncey, Sheed, and Walt and Ben.
Rip.
I don't know that. I don't think
Rip was Steph Curry before Steph Curry was there. He was just shooting 18
coming off
footers.
the pin down. Yeah, those you could not stop those. Coming off those little flare screens, you couldn't stop it.
Yep,
but I never thought he was the best player. Yeah, those curl screens. I never thought he was the best player on those teams. But how do you feel about the Mitchell Robinson, Ben Wallace, Dennis Rodman comp?
Nah, Dennis Rodman, better defender, more versatile defender, and early in his career was a better scorer. Dennis. The stories you hear about Dennis Rodman, I forgot. But was it Kevin Garnett said that he was after the game? He said he learned how to recover from Dennis Rodman, and Shaq said that Dennis Rodman would come to the game, eating some chicken and rice, like 5 minutes before the game start.
That's like you.
Go give you 20 exactly. Yeah, bad boy. Give you 20 rebounds. Said this dude would get on the treadmill, turn it up to like 7 incline, and running some Timberland boots, like running some hiking boots, like say running some Jodeci boots, man, like just getting it. And then he said he would go to the club, don't take a shower, and have all the women. He said the only person that ever had more women than him, like around him, was Dennis Rodman.
And I believe it.
You heard when Charles Barkley said he almost smacked Dennis Rodman, told me he couldn't come back to his restaurant because he came to his restaurant, told me he was coming to his restaurant. He said, I'll hook it up for you. And he went there, he got a call from the manager like, man, Dennis is walking around eating off people's plate.
Yo, and you ain't going to do a damn thing about it. When you brought up him going to the club, not showering, and then you say Charles Barkley, I thought you were going to bring up
Charles Oakley.
Oh, you brought up Oakley. I thought you were going to bring up the Charles Barkley story where he said that sometimes in college they didn't have enough time to do laundry. So the way they cleaned their clothes was they would just shower in their uniform. Yo, and Clark Kellogg and Kenny Smith looked at him and like, bro, we know you are lying. There's no way that actually happened.
At Auburn.
There's no way that happened.
Nah. In my school, like I tell everybody, man, listen, I remember one time I thought I was dead. Like, we flew in a plane.
Wait, you thought you were dead? So you're dead, and while you're dead, you're having thoughts.
Yeah, we don't know what thoughts you have in the upper room, what subconscious your spirit has.
Yes, like in your transition. Sure.
This how poor my school was. We had a flight to, I think, northern Iowa, right? So northern Iowa, it's like a 12-hour drive, but it's like a 2-hour flight. We flew in a UPS plane with no windows.
Say that one more time. Tom was in my ear screaming at me.
We flew in a UPS plane with no windows.
Nah, not happening.
So, bro, I'm asleep when and it was a rough landing. Like, I'm like, oh, it's over. Mama, I love you. Bro, one time it was spring ball. And it was like time to exercise or whatever.
Wait, hang on. Tom, are you going to start screaming at Bart because we're up against the clock and now it's him? He wants to tell a second story.
No, well, you as a driver is supposed to say, hey, all right, hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Be a leader. Come on, man.
Be a leader. Ty Butler, Bart Scott, going till 1 o'clock. It's story time. And your phone calls at 800-919-3776. ESPN New York, ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is the Michael K. Show.
I found out after the game that Yankee fans were chanting bleep Juan Soto. That's a bad look for Yankee fans if this becomes a thing. Juan Soto does not deserve it. You know how ridiculous it makes you look? What's the end game? To look jealous? To look small? All Juan Soto did in his 1 year with the Yankees was help them get to the World Series. That's all he did. And now you're going to bleep Juan Soto?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joindoc or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Now through April 23rd, get to Floor & Decor's flagship store in Brooklyn at 850 3rd Avenue. Enter the Design Your Day with K sweepstakes presented by Floor & Decor. Discover unmatched selection, unbelievable prices, plus standout looks in tile, wood, stone, and more. Explore fresh ideas, find your inspiration, and see real people, real projects. The Design Your Day with K sweepstakes, only at Floor & Decor in Brooklyn. Now through April 23rd. Visit ESPNNewYork.com for full details and rules.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it popping. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin today. Bart Scott in the building. We're going till 1 o'clock. Just want to let you guys know that the NFL draft is coming up on Thursday, April 23rd. And we know New York's on the clock. The Jets, they've got the second pick. And 16, the Giants, they've got the fifth pick. Rick DiPietro and Dave Rothenberg breaking it all down live. So join ESPN New York's Couchcast, your second screen for the NFL draft. Real-time reactions, instant takes, and everything New York fans care about. Watch along, react with us, don't miss a single moment. ESPN New York's Couchcast on draft night. That is April 23rd, 8 p.m., presented by Calandra's Bakery. Now, before we... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't know if we should have a segment like the most shocking thing that you saw yesterday, like in sports.
According to the chat, it would be your T-shirt that might be, 6 years too late.
No.
Hitting the garbage can.
No. Actually, this is a Calvin Klein. See the stretch Pima with it?
Yeah, but some are arguing a little too much tugging at the neck area.
No. It's a V. No, it's a low V-neck. So when you're wearing sweaters and stuff like that, it's a low cut.
It's not me. It's the chat. I'm but
sometimes you have to inform them. See, this is like silk and Pima. See this?
Okay.
As an undershirt, you know what I'm saying? So it's made to be low like this. So when you wear a V-neck type of cardigan or something like that, Henley, you got it opened up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to change my shirt because I understand I'm on radio and I have to have a better shirt on. But this is a nice.
You mean streaming on YouTube? It
Yeah,
wouldn't be the
yeah.
radio part that causes you to change your shirt. It would
This
be the
is a lot. This is a silky, high-end, high-quality
See how far
shirt.
it comes down if you keep tugging at it. Keep pulling at it. See how far it comes down.
I know you can't do that.
Didn't you get kicked off, or you said you got in trouble a couple years ago for being a little too?
No. This was like a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm still on probation.
So yeah, I'm on probation. Let's flirt with danger. That's the chat, man. Road Dog 1775. He's like, yo, Bart needs to go get some quality. Disrespectful Hanes T-shirt.
Hanes? Who wants the bacon collar, bro?
That Fruit to the Loom is struggling.
Trash, bro. This is Calvin Klein, my brother. You know what I'm saying? This is the highest quality shirt you can get. Better than polo, better than anything. $35 a T-shirt, baby. I'm just letting you know.
Just tell them they all broke and you got money.
No, I'm not saying that. No, because it's people with money that buy broke T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that's broke that buy high quality stuff. My stuff lasts forever. But anyway, the most shocking thing that I saw, and the thing that had me like tripping, you get no hit by the A's, B. That's what we doing.
Come on, wait, time out.
That's what your people's doing.
Hang on.
Listen, never mind that the Mets. Whatever, we gonna let the Mets. But the Yankees, no hit by the A's.
Well, they didn't get no hit. They did pick up a hit.
Okay, one hit. One hit, no hits are closer. One hit is closer to no hit. Look at him, see?
Listen.
All of a sudden, your mic ain't working right now when it comes to your Yankees?
No. Here's what I find fascinating. And because you're the big bro, we can go here. Bart Scott, if we're outlining his sports power rankings, won't really have baseball near the top. And somehow we start the little pre-show phone call today. Topic he's most enthusiastic to talk about. The Yankees losing to the A's, which I found to be comical.
You want to know why?
I find that to be, and that's why people call you a troll.
No, you want to know why I'm so fascinated about this? It's because they're our best chance to win a championship.
Oh, here now this. Go ahead. Let me see how you weasel your way out of this. Go ahead.
We got Garrett Cole back. You know, you got at the height of the powers. We got Judge. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's still trying to recover from his comments from the World Baseball Classic. You know what I'm saying? I think people still mad at him about that. But you know what I'm saying? This is the team that we're hanging our hat on. Not since 2009 have they won a championship.
I guess the Knicks have something. Is
this almost the longest run? Nah, the Knicks ain't going. Come on, man. Let's be honest. Nobody's beating SGA. You can't see the Knicks going in there and doing nothing with SGA. If the Spurs are there, if the Spurs do take care of their business,
or Denver, I think Denver could beat Oklahoma City.
But they not beating Denver. But the Knicks ain't beating Denver.
No, the Knicks swept them this year, and the Knicks have handled Denver pretty well the last couple.
Yeah,
of years.
how much was that before Gordon came back?
That's fair, but then you got to go back to last year where they've played the Nuggets the last 3 years pretty well.
They don't want no smoke with Jokic.
Hey, man. Listen, you want to talk baseball, we can do that coming up in the next hour. 800-919-3776. Let's squeeze in a quick phone call. David and Elizabeth wants to chime in. What's up, David?
What up, fellas? What up, Bart?
What up, Brody?
Same old. So, Bart, we need to hear you say it. Now, that's how you drive. Because that win was a win, baby. Yo, that win right there was an exclamation mark. I'm not going to hold you. I know what people are going to say. Oh, Jaylen Brown didn't play. And I get that. He didn't play. But the sense of urgency was there. And everybody was pretty good on defense. The closer was the closer. Cat was playing good. Not too many ticky-tack fouls. They need to play like that when they enter the postseason, and we can make some real noise. Again, I'm not going to talk that finals talk, but they play like that, I'm sorry, we could play with anybody in the league, anybody, including Oklahoma City, because not for nothing, we fare up good against them. Not saying that we could beat them, but playing like that, they're really good.
You got the two biggest floppers in all of sports, SGA and Brunson.
Oh, do we want to watch that? The grifting, the foul merchant that we'll see SGA versus Brunson for 7 games in the finals.
It'd be like watching the breaking action be like 25 times because you review it.
Call, David. Yeah,
head bouncing back. Like, come on, man.
Hey,
we got OG Bobby Johnson versus O-Dog. You know what I'm saying? You got the stiff braids versus the flopping braids at O-Dog. What'd you say about my mother?
Yo, I'm watching Get Up this morning, and Vincent Goodwill's on the show, and now I can't unsee homeboy from
Oz.
From Oz.
Best man.
I can't unsee
It's the cheekbones, man, and the eyes. You always
Yo, Vincent, if Goodwill decides to grow some dreads, that's it, man. He's got him.
He could be on the reboot, the remake, the origin story of the first Matrix.
Or Best Man. Have we gotten a Best Man holiday?
Yeah.
too?
Remember she died. No, she died. She had cancer on the thing.
I know she died, but Best Man holiday was where it ended, right? There was no part two of that.
Then they had a mini series. Remember that they had on Netflix or something like that. It was like it was a limited 4-part series.
All right, 800-919-3776. We get back to your phone calls. Talk some baseball, too, because Bart would love for you to think that it was just the Yankees who lost yesterday. The Mets took an L, too. So,
I mean,
baseball,
how much time? We only cut out a little real estate for baseball, man. So if something got to hit the cutting block, we'll just cut the Mets out of the conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure you would love that to be the case. And then, obviously, with the NFL draft 13 days away, got to get that draft talk popping. My man Mike T on TV today saying the Giants, not only should they draft Jeremiyah Love, they should trade up to do it. So excited to get Bart's reaction to that. 800-919-3776. We take a break. Hour number 2 coming up next. Ty Butler in for Carlin. It is Bart and Carlin with your man Bart Scott right here on ESPN New York.
Mornings with DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Buster only joins us here on the show. What happened? I don't know what happened, but why Bregman not back?
There was a huge difference in money, and I'm not sure why you guys are laughing at each other.
I don't know if you noticed Rick's question. Why Bregman not back?
What happened? I don't know what happened, but why Bregman not back?
I told you it's worse.
DiPietro and Rothenberg. Morning 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, and I love when I get to talk about my friends at PC Richard & Son. It's a local company, family-owned, and I trust them, and you should too. Right now, get up to 35% off appliances, and with our tax season savings, get an extra 5% off appliance purchases totaling $5.99 or more. And in-home delivery is free. Great savings, great service. It's what they do. Get tax season savings at PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan. Some exclusions apply. See stores for details.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Oh, let's do it, baby. Hour number 2. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Bart Scott. Going till 1 o'clock today. 800-919-3776. Yo, we are streaming live on YouTube, so get at us in the comments section. I'm really starting to buy into this theory that, Bart, you got Carlin sick, because that's just not a coincidence.
So wow. So whoa. So why am I
not in the world? And now he's sick. Like, your co-host was fine last week when he was chopping it up with Maggie Gray. All of a sudden, you come back and he's sick. So
he got sick. He got sick of me for me in one day.
So I listen. You guys did the Tuesday show and the Wednesday show together. So either A, he's like really sick, or B, he just doesn't want to work with you. And I don't know which option is like worse. You getting him sick, which is kind of like, I don't know, irresponsible, or the fact that he just doesn't care to work with you this week.
So basically what you're saying is I got the vaccinations from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good. Matter of fact, I got to take my malaria pill today.
Yeah, and now Bauer, too, he's sick. He's got the sniffles.
Bauer was sick the day I walked in, brother. So maybe Bauer got Carlin sick because they were chumming it up. Ha, 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 ha. Bart's out in Zamunda. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah,
Wakanda forever.
It up.
Yeah, and maybe Tom was in the mosh pit at the concert.
Talk to him.
Kissing chicks, swiping left, swiping right.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back, and him and Carlin was chumming it up when him and Maggie was having a show for the week, and he, got him sick. Isn't that more likely? The person that's sick is Tom, and Tom was sick before I got back.
Wow.
Tom, your thoughts?
I'm not a fan of where this conversation has turned to. I'm not going to lie. I just have a very mild sinus infection, which is just resulting in me blowing my nose quite a bit, and losing my voice occasionally, so I don't think that qualifies as getting Carlin sick.
Are you touching things?
No.
Are you coming in, setting up the studio, putting in the headphones, touching the mics, pushing the buttons, turning the volume down? Then Carlin comes in, and he's usually eating some chips or something, and then he touches that, then he eats some chips.
Wow.
Why you gotta go fat jokes? We all gotta go.
Let me tell you something, brother. People say this all the time. Oh, don't go outside. It's cold. You're gonna get sick. No. Cold weather don't make you sick. That means everybody in Alaska be sick all the time. What makes you sick is introducing a virus to yourself. And how do you introduce it to yourself? Usually by your mouth. It has to go into something. Either like a cut, or it has to be introduced into your mouth orally. No diddy, right? So if Tom is touching stuff, touching the doors, opening the door to come in, Carlin opens the door, doesn't put no hand sanitizer on, he eats some chips, he just took the virus, put it on the chip, and put the chip in his mouth, and so it makes more sense that that's the case, because I'm fine. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, I would like to point out, I did put your headphones in the studio, so clearly you didn't get it from me if I was touching your headphones and all that.
Well, I don't have anything, brother. What I'm saying is I have a very high immune system. I take zinc every day. Almost 360 times a day. I take a 400.
Wait, 360 times a day?
365 times a year.
Oh.
And I take a oral Intramax, which has 460 vitamins in it. You know what I'm saying? I take my vitamin C, my vitamin D, as much as possible as I remember. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure. You know what I'm saying? Take the NAD drip.
How does the oral vitamin C work?
Well, what happens is it's like it's a Intramax has 460 vitamins and minerals, and it has all the vitamins and minerals that you need for your daily consumption. You put it in the top, you drink it, and it gives you all your vitamins. But not only do I do that, I also supplement it by taking actual pills too.
Do you also take your vitamin D orally?
I do. Pause.
800-919-3776. I just shout out to you because you changed the shirt. My man John Green in the chat said you got the I Just Woke Up shirt on, so now we've rectified that, and you appear to be more presentable, more like a professional.
No, what happened is I had my other shirt above that shirt, but I don't like to get that shirt messed up because that was like a really nice shirt. It's like when I wear one of my good jogging suits. So you put like that white shirt that costs real money.
Okay.
So I didn't want to get that messed up because like after the show I have to take my daughter to Michigan State because she's going to we had to catch a flight. She's going to her college visit.
Oh wow!
And her mom took her to LSU and to Syracuse last week when I was in Africa. So it's my turn to kind of do the daddy stuff. You know what I mean? So we're going.
I think Syracuse has to be number one. No.
No, Syracuse is small. I don't want her to go to Syracuse. Why do I want my daughter to basically live in Canada? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be cold. She's going to spend half her time. Like, it's going to be beautiful during the, the fall season. It's going to be beautiful. And then she's going to be miserable for 4 months.
When I was up there, it snowed on Mother's Day once.
You see what I'm saying?
A disaster.
You see what I'm saying?
Is she going for broadcasting? Because it's the best broadcasting school.
No, she wants to be on business management.
Oh, it's a good business school, too.
But LSU, warm weather. Like, last week, she was down there with her mom. They drove over to New Orleans afterwards, hour away. I prefer Michigan State because she'll be closer to her grandparents, but also the fact that she gets that Midwest love. But Michigan State is a good party school, but it's also a big school. So I want her to have as much life experience as possible to be around different people from different parts of the country. You know what I mean? Opposed to just Syracuse, I feel like it feels like East Coast.
Yeah, all of a sudden weather doesn't matter when we get to Michigan.
No, Michigan is not like that. Like, listen, Syracuse, Cornell, all those schools up there, that's a different
Buffalo,
type of snow.
Potsdam.
Yeah, Utica, like that's a different type of snow, brother. Like that's like the snow we got this year in New York that we was like, man, this is crazy. That's a light winter up there.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent. 800-919-3776. You brought up the Yankees, so let's talk about them. Listen, that's a brutal series. And they probably should have been swept if not for Ahmad Rosario and his heroics in the opener of that series. But just to put a perspective on just how bad it was, what we watched the last couple days. First time since September 20th, back in 1958, that the Yankees lost a 1-0 game, recorded one hit or fewer. And the last time they scored a run was the first inning on Wednesday. And so the offense just completely disappears. They lose a series at home to the A's, and you could argue they should have been swept, and you don't feel great about it. But look, they're still 8-4. They play in a terrible division now that we're learning of what's become of things with Boston.
We know what the divisions are like
Tampa
already.
Bay.
It's not too early.
Well, so far, okay. You look at this division, and people were expecting it to be a lot better. You know, Boston, what they did this offseason. Boston stinks. Anytime I see a Red Sox highlight on my timeline, it's Roman Anthony still can't throw runners out at the plate, and so like. The Blue Jays haven't been as good. The Orioles are mediocre. The Rays. This is going to be the Yankees' division to win or lose, and they're in good shape. But obviously, having watched the last two games, you just come away feeling disgusted.
But like always, the Yankees and the Yankee fans, to me, are the most miserable fans in all of sports because the standard is so high. You can't even enjoy winning divisions. You know what I'm saying?
But I disagree, though, because of what we saw last year. So if you had said that a year ago today, then sure. But because we saw the Yankees lose out on a tiebreaker, which would have helped them, man. Like, you play an extra series now, and you're on the road in the division series. Because of that, I think that the Yankee fan comes into it saying, all right, we got to win this division. Like, it's important.
No, I'm with you. What I'm saying is the expectations are so high. Literally, when we talk about it's championship or bust, I think we mean that about the Yankees almost more than any other team in sports. And now we're getting to the point where it is the Dodgers now. We're getting to a point where we have a generation of people that don't know the Yankees as champions. You know what I'm saying?
They're like crazy.
They're like, man, the Dodgers are a dynasty. Mom, dad, like, yo, they don't even like when you think about like, oh, who's the it teams, like they don't even say, hey, oh, the Yankees, right?
It's the Dodgers, right? Because that's
the Dodgers.
they're what the Yankees.
More people
used to
know.
be.
More people know that the Houston Astros is that team than anybody.
Yo,
right?
so
the Texas Rangers.
When this dawned on me, this point that you're making, which I think is excellent, was a couple of years ago when I used to produce Dave Rothenberg's show on Saturday mornings. And this dude, and I'm screening the call, like this dude said, he's like, yo, I was too young for the 2009 championship, so I don't remember it. And I just
whoa.
was like, wow. Like that kind of perspective is
15
crazy.
years ago.
Like there are a generation of Yankee fans who don't have either a concrete memory because they were too young or just didn't live to see them winning a championship 17 years ago.
So if you were born say in 2004 or even
You're 5,
or 5, you were too young. You were looking at Blues Clues. Like you have no idea that the Yankees are them going down and winning a championship or celebrating a championship. Just think about all the teams that modern baseball fans would think are better than they might say, hey man, the Padres, you know what I'm saying? They right there, the Blue Jays. Well, not the Blue Jays. They haven't been consistent enough. But you're going to say the Houston Astros.
The Dodgers.
You're going to say the Phillies.
Oh, well, teams that have won.
Or teams that have been
then,
super
like
successful.
The Giants did the win every other year thing, right? The Red Sox are that team where they won, 07,
right?
2013, 2018.
Right.
That's a team that you're like, man, we've seen the Red Sox win more than the Yankees. So they've lost that. I don't want to say luster.
That aura.
The aura, yes.
The big bad wolf. Like, man, this is the best friend. Like, even I feel like Dallas carries it more. And Dallas hadn't won it's been even longer.
But the Cowboys in the NFL,
But they're always interesting, right? And they
but not for always the right reasons.
Yeah. But they do a better job of marketing. So
By
people
design.
still think that they still think that they may be that dude, that team, which they ain't been that team since the 90s.
By design, to the point where I don't know if you were here for it when Jerry Jones is publicly negotiating the Pickens contract, and he's like, what? We'd actually make a lot more progress if you just didn't have an agent. Like, it's
right.
like Jerry, you're violating the CBA, bro. Like,
all that. He don't care.
He don't care. But look, 2 games that the Yankees lost to the A's, just absolutely distasteful. And
Is Judge off to a slow start?
I guess when you're the batting champion last year, and then you start this season and you're hitting in the mid 200s, then yes, he hasn't been as dominant as he was last year. But I brought this point up yesterday. We don't care about batting average. I get it, but you take a look at Jazz Chisholm's hitting 186, Austin Wells is hitting 167, Trent Grisham's hitting 162. Jose Caballero is hitting 135, and then Ryan McMahon's hitting 069. So that's 3 of your 9 guys in the lineup all hitting 186 or less. That's just, or 5 of your 9 guys in the lineup just hitting 186 or less. That's just you're not going a lot of places with that lack of production, and they have been saved by the fact that their rotation has been so excellent.
That's what I'm saying. You lose a 1-0 game.
Yeah.
And listen,
you're not used to seeing the Yankees, who led all of baseball in runs scored, lose a game like that.
But like you said, they're 8-4, right? But this is one of those surprising ones where these were opportunities to get fat, right? And we don't worry about them. Like you said, it's a weak division, but it's just you don't want distractions early on.
people are in the chat. Baseball is a marathon, Ty. We're way
We
early
know
to
all
be talking about records. We understand that. Like, I love when people do the baseball is a marathon. So let's just not talk about baseball until September. Like, if I can't have a take on your sport, then, then let's not talk about it until we get to when the games quote unquote matter. And the counter argument to the whole it's way too early to be talking about records is this: we could have said that same thing a year ago. And then at the end of the season with the Yankees, we learned, oh, no, it wasn't too early to be talking about records because they finished with 95 wins and despite that lost their division, which meant they had to play an extra playoff series and they had to play against a better Blue Jays team on the road.
And so what do you do as a player? Or what do you do as a coach? Man, we should have beat these other teams, man.
Well, that's what Judge said.
We lose to these scrubs, man, and it come back to bite you.
And by the way, Judge talked about that this year. He's like, yo, we have to figure out how to close the deal. Like when we're up, like they struggled last year sweeping teams because they'd win the first two and then let their foot off the gas pedal. And that's the margins are razor thin. So look, I'm not pretending like here on April 10th, like we should be paying attention to like all these teams' records and set in stone. But what I am saying is because of how we saw last year end, I don't think it's crazy for a Yankee fan to be more locked in on these regular season games because of how valuable winning your division is. Yeah.
Right. And this is a team too that's also coming all the way from where they come from, Seattle?
The A's?
Yeah.
They're playing in Sacramento.
Oh, Sacramento, that's what I meant. They're coming all the way from the West Coast, man. This should be barbecue chicken.
It should be. And look, your Mets, they're going to play them this weekend. Oh, we got to talk about the Mets. 7-6. Here's my question for you, Bart. And the question for the Met fans. When's the last time you watched this team and consistently felt like doing so was a fun experience? Like consistently. You're like, yo, I enjoy watching the Mets. This is fun.
The oh my God team.
So 2 years ago, the NLCS.
Last year they were super tight, man. Like they were just super tight last year, and I feel like they weren't having fun, and it wasn't a joy to watch them because they weren't the team that was like the little engine that could. They were the team with Soto that I think that they weren't like the underdog. Even though how can you be an underdog in this market when you spend as much money in the richest owner? Mm-hmm. But you know they have that underdog type of feeling. We haven't got that feeling. That like this is a team that has fun. We don't. That's when the questions about, you know, the clubhouse and was McNeil a bad guy? Nemo, like we got to get rid of some guys because the chemistry isn't good. The whole like he's a captain. All of a sudden I'll never have a captain. Like it's Lindor and Soto cool because all of a sudden now you'll never have a captain because that captain that was going to be named was going to not be named Juan Soto, and did he have a problem with that? So it's like man, this team is turning corporate. It's not fun right now, and so that's kind of how I feel about last 2 years. 2 years ago, man, they just had so much fun, man. We had the Juan Diaz music, then we had the
Juan Diaz. That's an interesting
Edwin.
way to.
I don't know why I say Juan.
That's an interesting way to phrase him. Edwin Diaz, all-star closer who's now doing his thing in L.A.
Yeah, he don't count no more.
He sold it.
He sold it. Yeah, I'm salty, man. This dude left us. He left us, and we offered the same cheese, man.
No, but can I talk to you though, real quick? Like as an athlete, I've got a chance to get the same amount of money for a better organization that they actually win. Like that's the right move 10 times out of 10.
It is, but it doesn't mean that it hurts any less.
No, that's fair. But you, as the athlete, can understand making the better decision for your professional career.
Yeah, because he's going to be on the big stage. He can guarantee that he's going to be on the big stage. So I have no problems with him, but it still hurts, especially because we're the one who gave him the money, and we're the ones that like stepped out there on him when he was in Seattle, make the trade for him, give him the money, to live through the foolishness of him, getting hurt in the baseball classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We stuck by that. We ain't hold that against him. You know what I mean? So, like, where was the loyalty?
Come on.
It still got to hurt,
it's
man.
It's nothing personal.
It ain't personal. It's just business.
It's just
it could have been business when you hurt yourself doing something that had nothing to do with baseball. And said, yeah, we're gonna hold that cheese, baby.
Here we go. 800-919-3776. We are talking baseball right now. Bart's favorite subject matter. Yankees dropped 2 of 3 to the A's. The Mets, you just have no business losing a series at home to the Diamondbacks. I'm sorry. And that's not me being harsh. And another element to this conversation, because people could be like, man, don't you feel a little nuts overreacting to the first 13 games of the season? And it's like, no, I'm not overreacting to the first 13 games of the season. What I'm actually doing is treating this like an extension of what we saw in the second half of last year, where it doesn't feel like much has changed. And when you have the lofty expectations that the Mets do, with the amount of money they've spent, with the owner being who he is, and all the star power, and I get Soto's hurt right now, 7-6, you were just expecting a better start. Because as you mentioned, Bart, you cleansed the locker or the clubhouse of whatever bad energy you felt existed that contributed to that disappointing, disastrous season a year ago. And now, your offense is just mediocre. The pitching's been fine outside of David Peterson. And then yesterday you get a brilliant start from Nolan McLean, and then shout out Luke Weaver, former Yankee, just blows up all over himself. And so, look, if you're a Met fan, I can understand being frustrated. I had one of my boys texting me yesterday, angry. I'm like, dog, it's April 9th. And he's like, nah, man, I'm passionate.
No, we don't talk. No, we're gonna talk about this.
I'm like, fam,
the Mets are tired of being like the little brothers to the Yankees up in this market, man.
So do something about it.
Everybody feels like it's going to be the Phillies that's going to come out of this division, right?
And that's another thing, too. I get, I'm going to get screamed at. How dare you look at standings on April 10th? Your division might be a little bit better than we thought because we were just giving it to the Phillies. But, hey, look at Miami's played well to start the year. They had a couple of games they blew against the Yankees. They very well could have won. Atlanta's there, and then the Phillies you're actually ahead of right now. So it's going to be a tough division all the way through.
And remember, the Mets used to be that team that starts out fast and either fades or they start off historically horrible. And, this is a year where expectations, this is year 2 of the Juan Soto joint. And, their approach to building a starting rotation. And, to me, can Senga step up? I'm surprised they didn't move him.
Move who?
Senga.
Oh, no. You got to have a little bit of a longer leash. But I think this is the final.
Nobody's more frustrated than him, man. Everything has to be perfect. His mechanics and stuff like that. He gets hurt all the time. Stepping on the base like a calf. I'm about tired of the ghost pepper pitch.
No, I get it, but this will be, to me, the final straw. If he implodes this season, because at least last year you got 2.5 months of great pitching from him before his hamstring went out, and then he came back. He was never the same. But he still has a high ceiling, and he's been pretty good so far. So we'll see if that is able to continue. 800-919-3776. So we got the baseball on the table right now. Started the show talking Knicks and Celtics. Bart, did you see your man Mike Tannenbaum on television today?
Yeah, Mike T be pushing it, man.
So let's delve into what Mike Tannenbaum said pertaining to the New York Giants and how they should approach this draft. Coming up next, it's Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Bart Carlin going until 1 o'clock on ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
I found out after the game that Yankee fans were chanting bleep Juan Soto. That's a bad look for Yankee fans if this becomes a thing. Juan Soto does not deserve it. You know how ridiculous it makes you look? What's the end game? To look jealous? To look small? All Juan Soto did in his 1 year with the Yankees was help them get to the World Series. That's all he did. And now you're going to bleep Juan Soto?
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Hey fans, on Sunday, April 19th, when the Yankees take on the Royals, take your family out to the ballpark for the chance to receive a very special kids giveaway. It's Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and younger in attendance, will receive a Hershey Park Kids ticket, courtesy of Hershey Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. That's the Yankees and Royals on Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day, Sunday, April 19th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Low Drizzy? You a Drake fan, Bart?
Not really. It's light toast, man. Soft as hell.
You don't like light-skinned people. You're not a big fan of the light-skinned community.
No, man. My wife's light-skinned.
Oh, okay. I thought you would say, and I'm not expecting to come, ahead of your wife, but like my co-host is light-skinned.
No, you like nougat.
Nougat?
Yeah, you like. You're not light skinned. You like the beginning stages of brown. You like Barack Obama. So you like a Barack Obama, Will Smith, Boris Diaw. You know what I'm saying? You that color.
That's quite the combo you came up with. Barack Obama, Will Smith, and Boris Diaw. I mean,
you actually Q-tip color too. You know what I'm saying? Like light bread. Light bread is like Devin Booker, Tatum.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's a totally different thing. Tatum,
I'm not all that
Shamit, little yellow.
Yo, my great grandmother used to call me yellow.
High yellow.
Mad at me.
High yellow.
Bring that yellow behind over here. I'm not that far from Tatum and Drake.
Man, are you crazy?
Complexion-wise?
Have you looked at it? Yes, man. They light skinned, man. They can be. Listen, Tatum could be. He could be from middle. He could be Middle Eastern. You know what I mean? Like the Colin Kaepernick color. Like you like Middle Eastern, Hispanic. Like you know what I'm saying? No. Only thing you can say is me not black, me Dominican.
You love this whole Dominican thing with me. Like that's been one of your.
Because I thought you was Dominican. Like I told you when Willie.
But that's the fun thing. That's the funny thing. You never actually thought that.
Yeah, I did.
You never actually. No, you didn't.
I didn't think he was black on black.
Bart, I've known you. What are we? 2020. I've known you for going on a decade now. You never thought I was Dominican.
I did not know you was black on black.
I don't have like the.
How does a Dominican sound? If you're born in the States.
I don't have the hint of it. You know any.
Okay, I played against Willie. I worked with Willie. You know when I found out he was Puerto Rican? Like 2 months ago.
Yo,
he was like, duh, Cologne. Like it's a lot of black people that got different last names.
Okay.
That could have been the places where your colonizers. You could have, you know what I'm saying? Cologne family could have been your colonizers.
I find that out from like a former ESPN employee who I worked with. She's like, Willie Cologne's Puerto Rican. I was like, really?
Yeah, but they're like, oh, duh, Cologne. But just because a black person got it, none of us got like traditionally black names. Like only black names I really know of is Smith, Johnson, Williams. You know what I'm saying? Anything else up for grabs. It depends on who colonized you.
800-919-3776. All right. Let's put football on the table. You're a football guy, right?
Occasionally.
Is that what we would consider your expertise?
I would think the Pistons in basketball.
I was gonna say between that and being late, like those are the two things we closely associate with you. As I just pick my nose on.
Aptly enough, I'm never really late.
Not great.
I'm just always right on time.
Yeah, which is also not great when you can anticipate coming through like the.
All right, Tom Coughlin.
Oh yeah, if you show up, what is it? Because in high school,
5 minutes late is 5 minutes on time is late.
I went to a military high school, so it was like if you show up.
Well, you're a bad kid.
If you don't show up, no, I wasn't. I mean, I got into some stuff, but I wasn't considered a bad kid. I made some bad decisions at points, but I was cooling. But 30 minutes.
I'm not a cheater, but every once in a while I step out.
Stop it. 30. We don't want to get we don't want to go down that path. And the news cycle. That's not what we want to do. 30 minutes before was considered on time. Back in the military high school days. Yeah.
Hell no.
You come in, you get blacked on. But anyway.
So did they give you a tardy when you came in 25 minutes early?
You got to get on your face and start doing push-ups until your drill instructor. And that's the funniest thing. He's like, do push-ups until I get tired. And it's like, man, like when are you ever gonna get tired from me doing push-ups?
Or before he get bored. Oh man, I forgot I had this other meeting.
But anyway, I was watching Get Up this morning, and I gotta tell you, like Mike Tannenbaum's very talented at like getting you to have like the strong reaction to things.
It's provocative.
Very provocative.
Provocateur.
And this struck me because obviously the closer we get to the draft, like all the speculation and it gets to a point where like when you're at mock draft 8.0, it's like, all right, let's just get to the day of.
Let's just get to the
draft. So then you got to get creative and start coming up with things. And then Mike Tannenbaum's like, yo, not only do I think the Giants should take Jeremiyah Love, I think they should trade up with the Titans to do it. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, look, he obviously knows a lot more football than me. But I just can't imagine how that passed the logic test. Because if you're trading up to 4, it means Tennessee doesn't want him. Oh, so, all right, so we got the audio. Here's Mike Tannenbaum on Get Up this morning talking about that scenario, the Giants trading up with Tennessee to get Jeremiyah Love.
For the first time since 2015, does a team trade up in the first round for a running back? That was Melvin Gordon of the Chargers in 2015. Jeremiyah Love may be the best player in this draft. He is explosive with the ball in his hands. He's an impeccable pass blocker. He catches the ball 63 receptions. And if I'm the New York Giants and I'm trying to set the tone with John Harbaugh, do I actually think about trading up above the Tennessee Titans at 4, maybe flipping Peter with Arizona at 3 to get a tone-setting setting, culture setting player in Jeremiyah Love.
I just can't do that. I can't imagine that John Harbaugh, first impression, we're trading up 2 spots. And that made it worse because I thought he was saying trade up with Tennessee, and I'm like, yo, that doesn't make sense. If Tennessee doesn't want him, he's going to be there 5 anyway.
See, you have to trade to Arizona because they believe Tennessee wants him.
I got it. But, bro, I just watched, and here's here's the problem. Here's the problem. It's not that the running back position has been devalued. I think people get that characterization wrong. The running back position has not been devalued. I think what has been devalued is the idea of paying big-time money to a running back. I just saw...
Kenneth Walker just got paid.
Yeah, he did, off of a Super Bowl. Shout out to him. And the Chiefs are desperate because they just watched their quarterback tear his knee up because he's dropping back too many times. But I just who led the league in rushing last year? James Cook. Where was he drafted? 2nd round.
But he got his
money.
So
I think, yeah, and he did get paid, but he's not, top of the market. So I think that if you are a well-run organization, yes, there are some outliers. Philadelphia paying Saquon because it was just the perfect move to make given where they were in their timeline. Well, but I don't think that from a team-building standpoint, in trying to, track this thing to, like, how do we win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, we're trading up 2 spots to draft a running back. I just don't think that makes sense.
Can I be good cop and bad cop at the same time?
You can. I just watched Blue Streak the other day. You can sure enough be Martin Lawrence.
This is going to hurt a little bit. No, I got to take it from you. Don't hand it to me.
Snuffed him.
Okay, good cop.
Malone.
Good cop is the fact that if you just talked about the reason why Patrick Mahomes got beat up, right? And the reason you said Patrick Mahomes got beat up is because he dropped back too many times. Well, you have a quarterback that was in a protocol 5 times last year, right? And we're not talking about a running back that is a James Cook, which it took him a while to kind of figure it out. It took him a year or two. Then by year 3, especially under Joe Brady, he kind of flourished. We're talking about a guy that is regarded as like Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, guys that's going to give you not only, he averaged 6-point-something yards a carry, and he's highly regarded as the best player in the draft. Sure. So that's the good cop part of it, right? Because you want to protect neighbors, but also, you want to protect Dart. You want to protect Dart.
Yeah, and then Scatterbo has a lesson to roll.
And you just spent because Scatterbo's a guy that's going to give you, on a good day, 15 yards, and he's going to get up, pump his fist and stuff like that. We know that Love has home run speed, and we know that he's going to be escorted by arguably one of the best fullbacks in the history of the game when it's all said and done. A 300-pound fullback that's a 4-time Pro Bowler.
You're a
right?
big fan of the fullback.
Yes.
I thought we just decided we didn't care about fullbacks anymore.
See, but what's old is new and what's new is old. So now what we have now is we have these linebackers that's 100 and 230 pounds, and you got a 300-pound fullback coming through. We saw Derrick Henry, coming through, not getting touched, just following the big fella, right? He's a 4-time Pro Bowler, and you just paid him. So you want to have the physicality. You want to be able to. Greg Roman, who always has had the most complex run game in the history of football, and it was not just when he was with the Ravens. It's not just when he was with the Chargers. It's not just when he was with Colin Kaepernick. It also goes all the way back when we led the league in rushing and Jamal Lewis went for damn near 2,000-some yards and was 100 yards away from breaking Eric Dickerson's record, right? So, if you want to do that, don't you want to give that guy the best thing? So now I'm so concerned with having to stop the run that, man, neighbors get to eat.
Yo,
Isaiah Likely.
Okay,
but let me tell you,
my bad.
Isaiah Likely gets to eat, right? Mm-hmm. Because, he might get the one-on-one. And I think that Isaiah Likely is set up, in my opinion, to be the next, Travis Kelce. Because he's a guy that's not fast. He's a guy that can sit in. He's a guy I think is a very special talent that was put to the side because of some injuries last year. But the year before, he's a surefire catcher of the ball. To me, I think Isaiah Likely becomes a top 5 tight end this year.
Okay, but you're not saying he's on pace to become the greatest tight end in NFL history.
No, what I'm saying is I think he's going to be a 8 to 1,000-yard receiving tight end every year. I think he's on the cusp. He has a lot of Antonio Gates in him. He has a lot of His ability to sit in zones, his ability to beat one-on-one coverage. We've seen countless times, of him catching the football. Yeah, I know that a couple years ago on Monday Night Football when he had the one-toe in, that was a tremendous catch. You saw the fourth down catch that he made against Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson went to him on 4th and 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's going to get more opportunities because I think not Theo Johnson, I think likely he's going to be the number one. So that's why, because now if you have a great running back that everybody has to respect, man, Neighbor's going to get one-on-ones. Slayton going to get one-on-ones. And maybe the money that you're paying Slayton, which is in the top 5 on the team, highest paid, which is crazy, maybe you start getting some bang for your buck, right? So that's good cop. Bad cop is how dare you, 2 years removed from letting Saquon Barkley walk out the damn door.
New regime,
but still, it's too soon.
See, I don't care about that because it's a new regime.
The chalk line is still the body ain't even the body's still cold. We still had to watch Saquon after we went in there, so that's just doubling down on the same dude that you looking in his face that he got to go.
But I don't care about that if I'm John Harbaugh because I didn't make that decision. I'm not going to be
but you care about
for decisions made by my predecessor.
But you care about your predecessor's still there.
But
you talk about.
But he's not really running. We know that he's not really running the show.
Based
on all of the evidence tells us he's just kind of has the title, but not really the actual general manager. He'll make the phone calls. He'll do the paperwork. He'll sit there, but I don't care about that part. What I care about is this, because you just outlined in Kansas City, the reason why I don't love that as a comp is because they have a quarterback who's at the peak of his powers. Like this is their championship window. They're going all in on what could be Kelsey's final season. We don't know when Reed's going to wrap it up. They bring Bieniemy back. They think they can win a Super Bowl next year.
No, I don't think they think that.
You don't think the Chiefs think they can win the Super Bowl next year? So why the hell they just signed Kenneth Walker to a big contract?
They don't. I think they did that to try and help. Listen, I think they did that to try and help bring Patrick Mahomes back slowly.
You are bugging, bro.
I don't think they believe that.
You do not have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback and walk into any season not thinking you can win the Super Bowl.
Not true. So tell me this: why if that's the case, why did they get rid of their Snead? Their cornerback. Why did they trade him? Why did they trade McDuffie?
Yeah, because he's trying to get paid. But that's what they did with. So you brought up Snead. That's what they did a couple years ago. I said what they did with Tyreek Hill, and how did it work out for them? They won back-to-back Super Bowls. When they trade guys away who are very talented, that's not them letting us know they're punting on the season. That's because they have an excellent GM in Veach who's going to capitalize on those assets and use them accordingly.
Nah, I don't think. I think they just want to get back. Let's try and get back to the playoffs. You don't say, "Hey, we didn't make the playoffs."
And once we're there, Bart, what do you think that they can do once they're in the playoffs? Who are they afraid of? Tell me the team they're looking at. We're afraid of.
Last year, they should be afraid of everybody because they got their ass kicked. Because
once they get to the playoffs, and this is not even an argument I was trying to have with you.
Last I checked, they don't have an offensive line. Last I checked.
Yes, that's another area that they need to address.
So a team that don't have an offensive line, don't have a secondary, they we gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well,
we're rookie corners because they're gonna have a rookie corner stepping out there.
They have, and you could argue they need another receiver.
One of their receivers probably gonna be. He's in a lawsuit for $1 million for domestic violence. He's a repeat offender. His ass gonna be going too.
He got let off of that, right? Like last week, wasn't that the story that he was fine? He was not gonna be penalized, and so the point I'm making is I don't like the Chiefs as an example because they're in a different part of their timeline. The Giants taking a running back right now, I don't even think is similar to when they drafted Saquon in 2018 because that just didn't make sense from any standpoint. It's like, hey, we need a quarterback, let's draft a running back. That doesn't make sense. I would get it more if this would make more sense than drafting Saquon in 2018. The reason why I don't agree with it is because you won 3 games last year. Like the last decade, you've been one of the 3 worst teams in the sport. And some of it is coaching. A lot of it, though, is right now your roster isn't very good. And so to still have all these holes on the team and to decide the best way to utilize the 5th pick in the draft is to then trade more picks up to 3 to get a running back. Like that to me just is ass backwards.
The number one force multiplier, or the number one position force multiplier in football is a running back. A running back, Love makes every other position on the field better instantly. You understand what I'm saying? Instantly. Because
you said the number one force multiplier. You're saying outside of quarterback?
No. I'm saying before quarterback. Rookie running backs have better years and translates faster than the quarterback. Look at Cam Ward.
That makes sense.
So what I'm saying is,
it's
if you
easier
feel
to hit the ground running as a running back,
if you
than
are
it is
bold
as a quarterback.
If you are bold on Jackson Dart, I mean, if Harbaugh looked at Jackson Dart and said, "I really believe in this kid," I went out and got the number one run game coordinator in Greg Roman. Can't put together a passing game, but you got Matt Nagy for that. If I can run the ball all the time, I'm going to get all the matchups I want. I have an elite number one receiver in Neighbors. Isaiah Likely, I just told you how I feel about him, so I know Harbaugh feels the same.
But I'm not. But here's the thing that happens with us, like we disagree on the topic, but when you the points to get to where we disagree, I don't disagree with, because obviously you want to make life easier for your second-year quarterback. You want to take some pressure off of Neighbors having to do everything on offense. I just don't think that the best utilization of the 5th pick in the draft is to get a running. I think you can find that elsewhere. I think that because you mentioned later in the draft, bro, because you just mentioned Greg Roman and his ability to coach up a run game. He can find a running back anywhere in the draft and do that.
It's only one like this one, though, right? This is Bijan Robinson. This is Christian McCaffrey. This is Jahmyr Gibbs. This is that caliber of player.
This is Ashton Jensen, and they sucked last year. So
but this ain't that. This ain't that. No. He's way. No, my friend. We're not gonna go with the boy.
We were having similar conversations.
Ashton Jensen was playing for Boise State. This dude played for Notre Dame, the big boys.
Okay.
Not the blue. Not the blue. Not the blue turf. Not the Smurf turf. He played with the big boys.
I'm not denying his
and
talent.
6.9 yards per carry, son.
If the Giants were a running back away, and it's like, all right, let's just insert this guy, and we're now at our next level. And the only reason why we got the 5th pick in the draft is, because how the Rams got their pick via trade, or we had an offseason. I just don't see the Giants.
I say this.
We got to take a break, by the way.
I say this. If Love went to the Giants, wouldn't he be the leading candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Sure, but let me ask. Okay, we got to hit a break, but let me go to break asking you this question. Should the Giants trade up to 3 to draft Jeremiyah Love?
Depends on the cost. If I'm giving up next year's 3 or something like that, absolutely. Because guess what? I can trade one of these bums on my team and get a future
that's what it's
too.
Cost. If Tennessee's sitting there and they desperately want him, it's going to cost more than
Tennessee ain't moving nowhere, and they ain't gonna know that the trade is even happening because they think they're gonna get him at 4. Who's gonna have a greater impact, Sonny Styles or Jordan Love? First
Jeremiyah
4 years.
Love, first 4 years. I mean, because you could argue Sonny Styles
or Tate. All right, they go to break. Tom is getting frustrated. You know what I'm saying? He's sneezing in the background. Let's go.
800-919-3776. We get back to the football conversation. Got to squeeze in some Jets as well. Hit us up in the YouTube comments. We're going till 1 o'clock right here on ESPN New York.
Friday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Another 3. Another make. Josh Hart with the dagger. 15 seconds left. They lead by 6. And this place is going berserk.
How confident are you in the Knicks heading into the playoffs after last night's win over the Celtics? And can the New York baseball teams bounce back after tough series losses? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan Bet Back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Well, go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your special Mulligan Bet Back token. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver, and we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York, and can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Tell us why fans should be excited for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix.
The racing is just so exhilarating coming in and watching it from the shoreline of Governor's Island and in front of the Statue of Liberty, racing in one of the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. I'm getting the goosebumps just talking about it. And these boats are the fastest boats in the world, racing with the best sailors in the world. It's really cool, and it's going to be so electric in New York. And it's our home event this year, so we're pumped.
We are pumped as well, Taylor. We appreciate your time. He is U.S. Sail GP team driver Taylor Canfield. We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
Hey, it's Michael K., and I love when I get to talk about my friends at PC Richard & Son. It's a local company, family-owned, and I trust them, and you should too. Right now, get up to 35% off appliances, and with our tax season savings, get an extra 5% off appliance purchases totaling $5.99 or more. And in-home delivery is free. Great savings, great service. It's what they do. Get tax season savings at PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan. Some exclusions apply. See stores for details.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special couch cast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
All right, guys, make sure y'all subscribe to the ESPN New York channel on YouTube. Stream the full weekday lineup live, including the K Show coming up next. Michael back. Watch complete replays. Catch up fast with can't miss highlights. Jump into the live chat, react in real time, and make your voice part of the show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on the YouTube channel now and stay locked in so you never, ever miss a moment. 800-919-3776. Bart, you were on a thought that we didn't get a chance to have you, articulate right before the break. So finish your thought, if you can remember. I know you sometimes get lost in the sauce.
What were we talking about? You talking about the Love?
Yeah. This is a cop-out, because your question is, who do you think is going to be more impactful the next 5 years? And I know it's a cop-out, but it depends on where they're drafted, both Styles and Jeremiyah Love.
I mean, Styles has all the but this is the thing. You have somebody that you think is like Styles in Edmonds, right? So you feel like, but you don't have anybody like that. The easiest thing to do is just turn around and hand the ball off.
Yeah.
Right? And, I know you can say, like, McCaffrey. I just think if you had a guy like Love that is regarded as the best football player in the draft, I know it means, like, where does he go, but he's going to make that offensive line better. He's going to make the tight ends better because everybody
makes everyone better.
Right. And the thing is, he's a home run hitter. You just went and got a fullback, man. And you want that fullback. You see how many times do we see Derrick Henry, who's not as fast as Love, running up the sideline for explosive plays?
Down.
Like, it's because who the hell, if you're a linebacker and you 230, who the hell want to step on in front of somebody that's 70 pounds heavier than you? And Harbaugh, we know what Harbaugh is. And Harbaugh is a guy, just like his brother, that wants to play physical football. That's why he brought Falele in here. People think that he can't play dead, but he big.
Until we get to the playoffs. And then he's like, you know what? I know running has worked all year long. Let's just go away from that. I'm just shocked that you haven't yet, of all the names you mentioned, compared Jeremiyah Love to Breece Hall, future Hall of Famer Breece Hall.
I think if Breece Hall got the hell out of New York. Could you imagine if Breece Hall would have went to Kansas City instead of Kenneth Walker?
That's the Chiefs' problem. No, they ain't want to give up a third-round pick. 800-919-3776. We do got to hit a break. We come back. Hour number 3 on this Friday. Bart and Carlin going till 1 o'clock right here on ESPN New York.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long. Then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Wow, that's a lot of distractions. Why don't you just focus on the road?
Relax, I'm a great driver.
What about other drivers? Not everyone's a great driver.
I can watch out for them. I'll be fine.
Watch out! In 2023, more than 3,200 people died due to distracted drivers. Keep your eyes on the road. This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ WHSQ, in partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in. Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Oh, yes, we are here. 2 hours down, one more to play with on this beautiful Friday. Gorgeous in New York City. Ty Butler in for Chris Carlin. Bart Scott hanging in there today. Yeah, and for yourself. 800-919-3776. Y'all, we are streaming live on YouTube, so get at us in the comments. We did get some love shown your way, Bart. Gilberto in the truck, he's like, yo, stop letting these haters talk crazy about you. Talk greasy, because you are one of the best football analysts in the game.
Thank you. I mean, I'm always proven right later. The problem is,
what happened to that Jet 9-game win streak that we were all geared up for last year?
Hey, man, stuff happens. Nobody bats 1,000.
Oh, the Chiefs missing the playoffs the year that they won the Super Bowl. That was
bro. That was like 6 years ago, and I keep reminding.
You just said you're always right. You said you're always right.
Okay, I keep reminding everybody that whole segment was called Bold Predictions. I had to make an outlandish decision that could come together. That was the name of the division. Bold Predictions. Has to be crazy.
Please. Yeah, but if you had gotten it correct, you would have celebrated it.
It would have been a bold, crazy prediction. How often does crazy like predictions come through? That's a low percentage. It's not like I'm making it because I think it's going to come true. I'm doing it because I think it'd be wild if they didn't.
Let me get your thoughts on this. So, top 10 rushers from last season.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them made the playoffs?
I'll probably say like 3 or 4.
4 of them. So you had James Cook make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You had Kyron Williams make the playoffs, C-Mac make the playoffs, and Saquon. Right? And only 2 of those guys, right? 3 of those guys, C-Mac, Cook, and Kyron, won playoff games. But amongst the top 10 rushers, you got Derrick Henry missed the playoffs. Bijan Robinson missed the playoffs. Achane missed the playoffs. Gibbs missed the playoffs. Javonte Williams missed the playoffs in Dallas. So
you have to ask yourself why, right? Like, Achane got a lot of carries because their quarterbacks suck. Right, Derrick Henry missed the playoffs because Lamar Jackson was injured. Right, so everything has nuance and it has
How
circumstances.
About
Bijan, I mean, his quarterback got hurt, and his quarterback's not that good anyway.
No,
but the head coach got fired. Clearly it's not a stable place.
But
what I'm saying is,
okay, go ahead, go.
The argument is you have a Hall of Fame coach that has made his hay. Yes, I know he's won with Gus Edwards and all that stuff, but when they had to reemerge it's because that King Henry was there.
Yeah.
Right? Before that it was J.K. Dobbins, right? And I know those were second-round draft picks, but this one is different.
Yeah, Justice Hill, where was he drafted? He wasn't a first-round pick.
What I'm saying is this is different. When your quarterback is arguably the best running back in football, there's no need to get that one.
Listen,
but we're not going to say that Jackson Dart is the same as Lamar Jackson.
We're not.
Right,
I don't want people getting mad at me. We would be remiss before we continue the Giant conversation at 800-919-3776 and in the YouTube chat if we don't get to what is arguably the most anticipated portion of the show.
Still waiting for a sponsor. Still waiting for a sponsor.
Yo, sponsorships. Get ready. Bart's always got, branding in his shot. So get on board. Bart, 12:05, New York City, Friday. What's that time is?
It's the power hour. It's the
So I got caught between what's that mean and what time it is. And I said, what's that time is? So shout out.
What time it is?
I got caught in between two thoughts. But listen, I don't want to have my point misrepresented. I believe that running backs are obviously valuable. I just don't think that if you're the Giants, where you are in your timeline, with all the holes on this team, it makes sense to take Jeremiyah Love at 5 and certainly trading up to 3 with Arizona to take him.
But
that's just not wise. That to me is not like the proper utilization of assets in team building. And John Harbaugh knows that, which is why that I don't even think that's on the table.
So tell me this. If they moved up to get Carnell Tate, would you have a problem with that?
Yes, I would. I like them right where they are.
It's no scenario that's out there
where they should be moving up.
If they move up to get Arvell Reese at 3, what about that?
Okay, that's different.
But we keep saying that the best player in football is who?
Yeah, but the position matters, which is why the draft value chart comes into play. We're not just talking about the best player. We're talking about where that player fits in your timeline and as far as like paying him and giving him a second contract, how much of that is allocating your cap. Like these things all come into, the conversation.
So I always thought correlation-wise, linebacker and running back, it's not like we talking about a left tackle or a quarterback. So running back and linebacker usually has about the same value. It's not like middle linebacker is like the highest paid position in football. It's kind of in the middle.
Think about where the Giants were defensively last year, and think about what they've been the last half decade as far as stopping the run.
Right. They went out and got Edmonds, who is a tremendous linebacker. They addressed that in free agency.
Yeah, but
so
you
don't think in the second round they can maybe get a guy like Rodriguez or the linebacker from. They already got their big time high priced linebacker, right?
But we're talking about for the most part the best players in this draft being on defense.
No, so this is what I'm saying.
Works in their favor.
Ty, this is my philosophy. You have to ask yourself, cost over replacement. So you keep saying, they can get a running back in the second round, correct?
Yeah, they can.
Right.
That's Buffalo.
Can you not get a middle linebacker in the second round?
You can, but Bart, again, this is.
So what I'm saying is, if you can get, because what I'm saying is, the linebacker that you get in the second round,
but
it's going to be closer. It's going to be closer to Arvell Reese, or closer to Sonny Styles, than any other running back in this draft will be Love.
I guess it depends on your belief in your team's ability to maximize the player that you are putting in that running back room. I'm saying is how close do we think James Cook is to Christian McCaffrey? Do we think that those guys are like in the same vicinity? No, we don't, right? No. But every year we talk about, hey, the Bills can win the Super Bowl, right? And it's, Josh Allen being a superhuman and
right.
what they have around him, right?
Correct.
And so if you hit on the quarterback and you hit on the head coach, you are already, at worst, just a playoff team. And now it's about improving on top of that. So my point is, if the goal is to win a Super Bowl, would I love to have Jeremiyah Love? Absolutely. I just think given the circumstances where they are in their team building, that does not make sense to me.
Who's more important? Are you trying to tell me that Jahmyr Gibbs isn't equally as important as
Jared Goff?
Jared Goff. To the success of the Lions. To the success of the Lions, because it has to be specific, because you build your team to win a certain way.
Yeah,
Jameer
sure.
Gibbs not as important as
he's one of the best
Jared
players
Goff.
in football. I would agree with that. Gibbs is one of the best players in football.
And you brought up the Buffalo scenario. The reason why it's not apples to apples is because if Christian McCaffrey played with Josh Allen, totally different story. Christian McCaffrey plays with
Brock
Purdy.
Yeah.
Which is, we wouldn't even say that's even apples to apples. So
No,
what I'm
but-
saying is you basically have Brock Purdy, right? You need to get your Christian McCaffrey.
Who, the Giants? The Giants think they have a better quarterback than Brock Purdy.
Well,
The
$200
Giants
million,
believe that.
$200 million doesn't suggest that.
Well, I'm not even talking about the contract, and I mean, we don't even have to get into, like, they paid him. Was it because they really believe that he's as good as his contract, or that was the cost to keep him? We don't have to go into that. What I'm saying is, Giant fans right now listening think that in the next 2 years, Jackson Dart will become a better quarterback than Brock Purdy.
Okay,
and that
so-
is unquestionable. Now, whether that happens is one thing. They believe that he will be better than Brock Purdy.
I believe you're right on point. But you have to ask yourself, if my coach, main thing is physicality and running the football, why wouldn't I get him the cheapest, best running back available? To have for 5 years. To have for 5 years. 5 years.
I don't think it's going to happen.
What I'm saying, if your coach wants to run, his number one thing on offense, run the ball.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you go get him what we believe, or what most experts believe, is a generational running back? Yeah, you can go out and get you a Brian Westbrook, but are you willing to pass up a Marshall Faulk or Barry Sanders?
Time out, bro. Because to your point, before and we'll get to the phone calls in a moment, because I see Giant fans want to weigh in on this. 800-919-3776. Before, and I'm trying to remember, right? So this was the Ravens actually had their most success without Derrick Henry, because a couple of years ago when they were in the AFC Championship game, which is the furthest they've gone, Derrick Henry wasn't on that team. And so we have seen, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think he got there the year after, right?
You had Gus Edwards and all
and
those.
so what we
They
have
had the best
seen,
record with him.
yeah, but I'm just saying playoff success. Like their apex was AFC Championship game, the game they lost to Kansas City. And so we have seen this same coach take lesser named players and still usher them to a top 3 rushing attack. And a lot of that obviously has to do with the quarterback.
They had a better defense.
Yeah, but you're hoping that this Giant defense gets better.
This defense, you hope, already has. You've already spent. They spend more money on their defense. They're like the 4th highest paid defensive team in the football. Like, at some point, you have to get out of what the players you already spent. Paulson Adebo, Javon Hollins.
And you're hoping it's coaching.
Brian Burns.
Yeah, you're hoping it's coaching.
Sexy Dexy. And then you go out and you get the linebacker. You let Okereke go, or you release Okereke, and you bring in what you think is an upgrade. So, like, in the second round, it's a lot of guys that can – they have a number one in Edmonds, right? He's a proven commodity, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
So he's a proven commodity. So why do you have to go why you got to go get 2 Roquans, right? You don't get Roquan and then go get some other dude that's supposed to be better than Roquan or got more potential than Roquan. If you got a Roquan, you say, well, I got my stud here. Let me get somebody that can learn underneath him that can be a perfect complement to him. You don't go get a guy that's going to be – that you're going to say, hey, we getting rid of you because he's better than you.
800-919 – oh, go ahead. My bad.
Scatterboo? You're not winning no games with Scatterboo.
You can, though. We've seen Harbaugh win games with lesser-named running backs.
But you can. But they don't have a James Cook. They don't have an Achane. They got a Scatterboo.
Yeah. What did Achane do in the playoffs last year? Oh, that's right. He didn't make it.
Okay.
John Harbaugh is able to figure it out with lesser name running backs.
Look what happened to C.J. Stroud.
The best running back in football.
Look what happened to C.J. Stroud. No run game, too much on him. He played the worst football we've ever seen in our lives.
And that's 2 years in a row for CJ.
Right, when we seen him play ball out, who'd he have? A healthy Mixon.
Yeah.
And when they won those playoff games, it was because Mixon was doing his thing.
I mean, CJ was cooking too, bro. Like that.
My point, but why was he cooking? Because Mixon was there. So what I'm saying is you're going to put too much pressure with a scatter-boo-boo on Dart.
Bart. And what I am saying is John Harbaugh has a history.
All right, sign Najee Harris then. Go sign Najee. Sign Najee.
Of taking lesser name running backs and still having not a very good, but one of the best rushing attacks in the sport.
Okay, when he had a great rushing attack and he went to the AFC Championship with Joe Flacco, who was his running back? Freaking Willis McGahee.
I understand, Bart. I'm not arguing that. All I'm saying is what you are pretending is that he needs to have the best in order for them to be great. You would aspire to have that. Obviously, if I could have the best player at every position, I want that. But is it the best way to utilize resources, allocating, especially for a team that has been this bad, bro? They won 3 games last year.
You want easy, explosive plays. And the easiest way to get explosive plays is to turn around and hand the ball off. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that. At the 5th pick in the draft, I'm not doing that. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. You got the Mets taking on the A's. Coverage begins on 880 ESPN at 6:30. Yankees, Rays, 7:10. Knicks, Raptors, that can be found on 1050 in the ESPN New York app starting at 7. 8 o'clock, the Nets, who got blasted by the Pacers last night, they visit the Bucks. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. 800-919-3776. Let's hit Alan Patterson wants to talk about the Giants. What's up, Al?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on. You guys said I've been on for so long. You guys said so much. But I'm going to stick with the Jeremiyah Love, and you guys are forgetting about his running mate. So, yes, if Harbaugh wants to go up, move up, I think he has the clout to move up and make that decision. I actually compare – I'm a Notre Dame fan, not a Giants fan, Niner fan. But I compare Love more to AP, Adrian Peterson. Maybe a little bit more shiftier, has the ability to be a little bit more shiftier, but he wants to punish you, and he can still make that break. Now, as far as Price might be better. And people, a lot of times when we think about, a backup being successful, it's on garbage time. He didn't earn his money on garbage time. They were going back and forth, and he's just as good. And I believe he has a better top end as far as speed. And this is all predicated on durability. And when I look at them, I'm looking at them making the comparison to Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas. I think this is. If depending on durability, you may get this out of this backfield.
I mean, there you go, though. But, you can maybe get him later, but it's not guaranteed that he's going to be there later. So what you're saying is move up and use future assets to move up to get him and get the linebacker. Listen, if your evaluation of the other kid is that, then that could be a strategy. But when Thurman Thomas is sitting there, Thurman Thomas maybe not the better running back, but he was a much better catcher of the football than Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, the greatest running back of all time, not a great receiver of the ball. Jeremiyah Love is both, so he's a modern-day guy. You saying he's Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson couldn't catch cold if he was butt-naked, in the middle of on the Titanic.
What do you have, 63 receptions last year, Jeremiyah Love?
Yeah.
And so I don't like the Adrian Peterson comp. But
the comp is he's talking about his running style when he actually catches the foot. When he actually run the football, he's a physical runner with breakaway speed like AP was.
But and look, I'm obviously not John Harbaugh, but I think the way you would view this is if Jackson Dart is going to be as good as we think he is, And I'm already thinking about what your counterpoint is. I already know what it is. But if he's going to be as good as what we think, he does not need the best running back in football for us to be successful. I think we can successfully build a nice rushing attack around other guys and then, use the assets that we do have to address other areas of the team, especially when I'm coming from a culture of defense in Baltimore. And that defense was embarrassing last season.
But the Ravens were known for running the ball more than anything. It was the Lamar Jackson and all that stuff. And then when Monken came in, it still was about running the football. So I guess what I would ask, if not Love, then how do you address that position? Because you need a more dynamic runner in the backfield, especially if you got a guy like Ricard that's going to be there for 3-4 more years.
And then you got Tyrone Tracy and Scatterbo. So
come on, just stop it, Tyrone Tracy.
Look, yes, when compared to Jeremiah Love.
So he's special.
I didn't say that. I didn't say he was special. But I said you have guys who can get the job done.
You're going to need a guy that's the Giants, if they're going to have a successful season and have the turnaround that we believe they're going to have to have a top 10 running game,
which they can have with the guys they have on the team already, in my estimation. Because part of that, Bart, isn't just the running backs and the fullback. It's Jackson Dart.
Well,
it's Jackson Dart.
It is. We'll see what happens because we believe that Tennessee's going to get him, and they're going to get a front row seat to saying, "Hey, Tennessee, got the player that we thought." Or we'll see. Tennessee might decide to go Sonny Styles, defensive coach. But I like the fact that if he goes there, you're pairing with Cam Ward, and they need a receiver. They need a Carnell Tate because Ridley is kind of old. They don't have, they got Rondell Robinson, and, we'll see if he can transition and take the success that he had last year. But, man, that's a team that may need – so what if he's there straight up?
That's tough, man.
What if he's there straight up? The best player available is sitting there at 5.
That's where it gets tough.
Because they decided to go with Sonny Styles. Like, we know 1 and 2, Arvell Reese, and we know Mendoza.
Yeah. Well,
3.
Well, wait. Hold up. Because we a little bit.
Stop.
I wanted to listen. Because we did come across something very interesting that has happened the last couple of days. David Bailey is now favored to go number 2 overall to the Jets.
Okay.
There is a lot of hype around that.
So I can't see Arizona going Arvell Reese because they already messed up on that mistake when they decided to go Isaiah Simmons, who sounds like the same comp. Oh, he plays safety, he plays this, he's 6'4". This dude can't stay. He get mail in 5 different cities now.
It's versatility, right? Like you love the versatility.
Right. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Right? So
oh, come on, man.
I mean, come on, Isaiah Simmons, he was with the Giants. He's been on 5 teams. He's only been in the league 7 years.
No, but I'm saying with Reese it is like, hey, like this guy can do a lot. And I know people
but
made
he's
fun
not.
of him.
He hasn't get work on rushing the passer. We assume that everybody can be Michael Parsons.
How do you feel though about that David Bailey thing that he's now favored to go number 2?
Listen, I thought that he's the safer pick, right? And you're projecting what you think Arvell Reese can be, and but it's going to be growing pains because you're going to be trying to use him to do both.
Who's got the higher ceiling?
I mean, I think Bailey can be a perennial Pro Bowler, All-Pro. So that's hard to say. Like when you're good at something.
If both guys are at their best, who's the better player?
Right now, Bailey. He's better at what he does.
Okay. Let
14
me ask it in
sacks.
a different way. Let me ask it in a different way. Whatever the leap is, people who are high on Arvell Reese, whatever that leap is, looks like. If he does indeed take that leap.
If he's Michael Parsons, of course. Michael Parsons.
I'm saying be realistic. Like if both of those guys hit the absolute best that they can possibly be based on what you've seen so far, who's the better player?
So one could be Michael Parsons, the other one can be DeMarcus Ware or Von Miller. You tell me. and the other one is already closer to Von Miller than Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
So are you going to pass up Von Miller or DeMarcus Ware?
No, of course not.
For
a guy who
for maybe Michael Parsons and you're the Jets.
Listen, when you
so
phrase it that way,
you know if he's supposed to be Michael Parsons and you the Jets, he's gonna become Isaiah Simmons.
And by the way, listen, I won't. To me, like, I'm not gonna come away feeling outraged by any of those selections. And then you have to believe, right? Because like Aaron Glenn's coming back, and he's got his superpower.
His superpower, baby.
Superpower that somehow we didn't see any.
What was Samuel Jackson's name for Marvel?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. He's Nick Fury, baby. Yeah. He's controlling the Avengers.
Okay. So the expectation is those guys are gonna hit their. I was gonna say climax, but I don't want to have that on my resume. They're gonna be the best version of themselves.
They're gonna hit the pinnacle.
Hit the pinnacle with the Jets. And just quickly before we hit a break, to the point I was making about the Giants, you do realize they were the 5th-ranked rushing team in the NFL.
That's great. That's great. How many explosive runs did they have from their running back?
What does it? I guess. Listen, man, you're 5th-ranked. You're number 5 in the NFL.
You're 5th ranked because you couldn't throw the ball, so you ran all the time. That's no difference from Achane being top 4. Because Tyreek Hill was hurt and your quarterback sucked, so you just ran the ball. Well, give me the averages.
But they are going to be a better passing team this year.
Yeah, that's simply because Neighbors coming back.
Yeah,
and that's because Isaiah Likely is there.
Exactly. That's my point.
So if you're going to be a better passing attack, then you're going to be a more potent running game as well, because they're going to have a lighter box. So it's going to open up. You can be an even better running team.
We agree. 800-919-3776. We've got the phone calls we still got to get to. I want to circle back to Knicks and Celtics, which we will do as well. Ty Butler, Bart Scott, we're going to 1 o'clock. It is ESPN New York, streaming live on the app and on YouTube, baby.
Friday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Another 3. Another make. Josh Hart with the dagger. 15 seconds left. They lead by 6. And this place is going berserk.
How confident are you in the Knicks heading into the playoffs after last night's win over the Celtics? And can the New York baseball teams bounce back after tough series losses? Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan bet-back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that Mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. It's all happening on FanDuel, so get involved at FanDuel.com/local to claim your special Mulligan bet-back token. Once the tournament starts, you can turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Hey, it's Michael Kay, and I love when I get to talk about my friends at PC Richard & Son. It's a local company, family-owned, and I trust them, and you should too. Right now, get up to 35% off appliances, and with our tax season savings, get an extra 5% off appliance purchases totaling $5.99 or more. And in-home delivery is free. Great savings, great service. It's what they do. Get tax season savings at PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan. Some exclusions apply. See stores for details.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. Explorer and rookie membership packages are now available, and every Yankees Universe member receives a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and more. Plus, rookie members receive an official New York Yankees t-shirt. And best of all, a portion of every membership supports Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, benefiting pediatric cancer research. Join Yankees Universe today. Visit yankees.com/universe.
You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey now. This is how Tom Bauer ends up sick, because he's tonguing people down at these bars.
The mosh pit.
Listen to, but this song wouldn't be played at like a mosh pit situation. But you know, he switches it up sometimes, and that's why he's got the sniffles today. He might have mono.
Tom, was she worth it?
Yeah, was she worth getting sick over?
I would probably normally answer yes if that were what I got sick over.
He's just trying to keep it close to the vest. He doesn't.
He keep trying to blame it on the cherry blossoms.
He wants to blame you, actually.
There's no way he can blame me, brother. He got sick before I even got back, and he's on a whole nother room in glass.
Yeah, see, Bart is cool. Like, I can't blame him for mine, because I started to have sniffles on Monday. For Chris, that could be a whole different thing going on.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Chris. It's 2 days now. He's just out for the count.
I don't know what he was doing, man.
And life hasn't been the same since he went looking for, what was it, a dog tag?
Yep.
Got lost in the park.
Said, I hope he can get bit by no tick.
Yeah, man, that's a rough situation. Now, you weren't there. I got a stern talking to from Tom after the show yesterday. He was like, yo, good show. Yeah, I ain't talking enough sports today. We did a lot of sports today, Tom. You feel better about this performance?
Baseball.
We did baseball, baby.
Definitely a lot more today.
A lot more. Yeah, he was not overly impressed with the product yesterday.
He didn't appreciate the other demographic that we were speaking to.
Yeah, but Tom doesn't really know, man. He's like, you know, he pretends to know, but he doesn't actually. 800-919-3776. Derek, he's in Hillside, wants to chop it up about the Giants. What's up, Derek?
What's going on, y'all? Before we get started, I know y'all was going back and forth about who you would like the Giants to pick. I didn't get your take, Ty. Who would you like the Giants to pick at that number 5 spot? Was it Sonny Styles?
I'd go Sonny Styles, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, would you go Sonny Styles or would you go Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson?
See, me, I was more on Bart's side with the Love pick, because from his perspective, like, yeah, Ty, I get what you're saying. Like, y'all can get a second round back, like, you know, Mike Washington Jr. or Jadarian Price later on. But I think getting him that premier talent, bro, I know, like, John Harbaugh can get it done with lesser talent, but when you got a chance to get a talent like that, you definitely just go ahead and pick it. And if I understand you want Sonny Styles to me, that's too high to get Sonny Styles. If you look at his film, he's not really worth that pick at that position. I know his combine numbers.
Workout warrior.
Yeah, even I was enamored with the numbers at first. But I look back at his film. I even went back to the year they won the national championship. That guy doesn't have a motor. And to me, if you're going to get him in that type of area, that range, that top 5, top 10 pick, you need somebody with a motor.
Yo,
and
Derek.
He does not have it.
Yo, Derek, you out here breaking down film? I respect
Yeah,
that,
that's
bro.
bro, I'm a football coach, bro, and I'm a nerd when it comes to this draft stuff.
Word.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, so maybe we need to get you a sponsor set. I love first of all, I love the phone call. Shout out to you, Derek. Appreciate it. Maybe we need to get him on the show when we do these, instead of getting like the so-called experts. Derek's out here breaking down film, bro.
I mean, he's a football coach, so I mean, he knows what he's looking at because he's going against some of the best talent coming up in this game. Like before Sonny Styles goes to Ohio State, he goes to high school.
The motor question would be very alarming to me.
Yeah, especially
Remember we heard that about Kayvon.
Especially when you got that, and has Kayvon lived up to that?
Yeah,
Usually, sometimes, like, because that was the narrative about Haloti Ngata until he got to Baltimore and he was in the right environment, and that was unacceptable with us. So we never experienced what people thought he was doing in high school, in college.
Yeah. 800-919-3776. Pete's in Staten Island. What's up, Pete?
What's up, gents? Thanks for taking my call. So, Bart, we got to go back to Monday. Sexy Dexy. Now his new nickname is Cranky Dexy because he hasn't smiled in 2 years. They're not going to win a Super Bowl with him while his contract's up. We move him, right? I love you, DJ Reader. I love that idea, right? And/or Campbell. Now think about what he just created.
Go get both.
Right? Well, I'll take both of them, right? And you still have $10 million saved in the cap. Now you go back and you trade him to either Minnesota, the Chargers, or Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
There's so many guys out there.
How is the Buffalo trade? But how's the Buffalo trade happen? How do you make that Buffalo trade work?
A 1 and a 1 next year, and we give them a 2. So what is the Buffalo next year's 2? Next year's 1, and our 2 is what? 8 spots? Let's just say.
They just lost their second pick, the second round pick in the DJ Moore trade.
Next year's, not this year's. Next year's.
Yeah, but I'm saying so they're now giving up. So they're now going into this draft with no first or no second.
You got to be all in. You heard Snyder out there.
They have to go to win it now, right? Aren't their goal is to win it all?
Yeah,
Are the Giants going to win in the next 2 years with Dexter? No. So now we go back. Let's look at what's out there, right? Can you get who's the guy from Washington, Boston, wide receiver in that position? You got Boston. 2 great. If you can't sign both of those middle guys, you got the guy from Clemson, Woods. You have the other guy from Ohio State.
I like Peter Woods.
McDonald. He was the best run defender in college last year.
That is
so
true.
I stay packed at 5. Listen, if the running back's there at 5, you take him. But Dexter just created your draft for you. You get rid of him, you get the picks, and then you see who's there at 5. You want to go defense, then you got to go offense later. You want to go offense, then you go defense later. But that just made life simpler. And listen, like Bart said on Monday, one bad apple, you know what's going to end up happening. If they don't give him the money, the only thing I don't know, can you reduce his contract and say, listen, produce this year, and we'll give you an extension for another year, and we'll give you a bump. Said it again?
Finish. My bad.
Okay, so let's say for argument's sake, you say, Dexter, you didn't have such a great year. You're asking for a raise. I don't know, Bart, you have an Amazon driver that's the worst in your thing, and the guy turns around and says, I want a raise. You're like, yeah, you got to produce.
I was good 2 years ago.
So let him produce this year and give him a better contract for 2006 and give him maybe 2007.
I don't think that's working, though. I don't think that's going to work, and we appreciate the call. Well, because first of all, why? To me, the logic there doesn't make sense, and we are going to.
Well, Cam Hayward, hey, this is a prove-it year. We're not going to trade you.
But then he's saying
if you
extend
want to
him.
see what you got.
But he's saying extend him now, right? Like reduce the salary for this year, but then make it in the next couple of years more lucrative.
Well, probably what he meant is push some of the money into signing bonus, and then that'll reduce some
But he's
stuff.
not going for that.
Yeah, a lot of guys do that, like because they're going to get that money up front. So like they're like, all right, listen, we're going to push up some money into a signing bonus. You're going to get that cash immediately. That's not in a roster bonus. It's not in an off-season conditioning bonus. You're going to get this cash right now, so it's going to get in the bank. It's going to start growing. But then next year we can void it and you can be gone. Or if you ball out, guys do that all the time. Or if you ball out, we'll tear this thing up and get you right.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying based on the reporting about this situation in particular, he has not been happy with the Giants for some time now, and he's looking at like all of his boys.
Okay, go.
Saquon and Julian Love and Leonard Williams, like all going elsewhere and winning championships.
They're gonna send his ass to Cleveland, or send his ass to Arizona.
That would be great.
Send his ass to Arizona and give me Marvin Harris Jr. I'll try and revive his carear.
Go to OBJ route when they did that man dirty, sent him to Cleveland.
Yeah, get them dirty if you want to, because Harbaugh petty enough to do it. Harbaugh don't owe you nothing. He owed the team picks.
Andy's in Florida. What's up, Andy?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good.
I had a thought. In a perfect world, if the Giants could plug in a young Tiki Barber, how much better would they be right now? Is that type of running back a missing piece for them to put them over the top? That's what I look at. And when you look at our friend Love here, I think potentially he could be better than Tiki was. And Tiki was great. What's your feelings on that?
I mean, I think you got to ask yourself, what does the coach want to do? So I'm trying to get the coach the best things that he needs for what he want to do. And he wants a bell cow running back. And, he's always had one. And, and I think that for what the coordinator wants to do, Greg Roman, he's creative, he's smart, he's innovative. I think it can be something where, like, remember the Ravens, how they led, rushing and stuff like that, how they led the league in rushing, and how when they did have Lamar Jackson MVP year, it was based because they ran the ball so great. And you protect the young quarterback, and if you want to be Evel Knievel, here you go, brother. Pull the ball, go do your thing.
What do you think's more likely? The Giants, because I wouldn't be opposed to.
I'm saying if he falls to him.
I wouldn't be opposed to, like, if you just don't like what you're getting at 5, trading back. But what do you think's more likely? The Giants take Love at 5 or the Jets take Simpson at 16?
Ooh. I hope they don't do that, man, because but it's tough because you're telling Glenn to wait another year and
he doesn't
mess
have
around.
That year.
He might not get that year.
Hey, that's the Magic Johnson. I ain't gonna be.
but also we watched Dayball take the quarterback, find the quarterback we believe, and get fired regardless.
Still get fired anyway, which is crazy. But I mean, how they lost ended up being more important than them actually losing, right? But yeah, pick one. If I told you one of these things is guaranteed to happen, the Giants at 5 take Jeremiyah Love, or the Jets at 16 take Simpson. Which one are you putting your money on?
I'm saying Love, man. I think they believe in Geno.
Remove emotion from it. Remove emotion. I'm not talking about what you're rooting for. What do you think is? Put your money on this. Like this would be more probable.
I would say Ty Simpson.
Oh man.
Then we stuck with him next year. You might suck anyway, and then be right there looking at Arch like or looking at the kid from Oregon like or looking at the quarterback, looking at the quarterbacks coming out next year like damn, we got to give him a chance to see this through.
Mo Sims on your show is like heavy on the Carson Beck wave.
Well, that's for a backup, so that's fine. Like I don't mind that. I don't mind having a guy that can be a solid Kirk Cousins backup.
Well, look, Ty Simpson, it could go poorly. It could be worse, though. It could be Bryce Petty, where, like, you draft him and then you just never actually put him into a game. 800-919-37, or Hackenberg. At least we have a history of stuff like this happening. 800-919-3776. We wrap the show next. Bart Carlin going to 1 o'clock right here on ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver. And we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York. And, can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Now, what is your role as driver of the U.S. Sail GP team?
So as a driver, you kind of have two different roles. One is trying to help make sure that the boat is going, as fast as you can around the racetrack. And then in addition to that, it's kind of the decision maker on board and, using the information that I'm getting from the whole team and the coach booth to kind of make those split-second decisions around the racetrack.
It sounds like an awesome atmosphere. What's the energy going to be like sailing right at New York City?
There's no better feeling racing in front of the home crowd, representing our country and hearing their cheering through our headsets that we have on board is, it gives me the chills just thinking about it. So we're pumped.
We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
With Xfinity, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup with live games, daily sports coverage, and expert analysis. And now, the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost, giving you access to additional ESPN content in the ESPN app, including more must-see action like WWE premium live events, on-demand programming, and originals to explore. Visit Xfinity.com/your subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited access. Then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN, all in one place.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Tom. You can do it, too.
You really want me to try it with my voice?
It's a three-part harmony, baby.
All right, here we go.
Baby.
2, 3, 5, 8.
Just got paid Friday night. Body jumping. Feel alright. Booty shaking. Dance to the beat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just got paid. Yes, it's Friday. We finally got here.
I love it.
It ain't the Friday we expected, Ty Dizzle, because it's a little chilly outside. We're hoping that maybe it can heat up a little bit, but it is a tremendous Friday. Anytime you got 3 days off to do what you want to do, get the honey-do list, get a workout in, go watch a movie, hang out with the kids as it is spring break season, you know that this is the right time to be. It's still blue skies. Make sure you enjoy yourself. Ask yourself, what will Rihanna do? And rock out with your socks out. But not only is it Friday, Freaky Friday, you know what I'm saying? That's why Ty Dizzle was talking about all this stuff about climax and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because he feeling himself.
Oh.
He been sitting there drinking horny goat weed all show. But I tell you what, it's also time for the feel-good moment of the week. Brought to you by Sandwell Institute for Pain Management. And how in the world can it not be the New York Knickerbockers? Because we talk about our baseball teams, not so much. We're projecting and hoping for our football teams, but our basketball team is just where we thought they would be or hoped they would be. You talk about a lateral move from left to right. Mike Brown comes in. He has these guys 52 wins. He's tied the great Pat Riley, or past the great Pat Riley, for most wins in their first season with a team. He got Josh Hart believing in himself. I believe he has a long rotation or a long he goes long. You talk about the fact that you don't have to hear Bridges complaining about, I'm the Iron Man, but I'm tired, boss. Dog tired. So it has to be the New York Knickerbockers shortly in brief time. It's going to be time to put up or shut up as they're going to enter the tournament, and we believe and we hope that they can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, at least everybody but Ty, because he's secretly a Charlotte Hornets fan.
Any sponsorship
Big baller
for
brand.
this?
I already said. I said brought to you by Sandwell Pain Institute. Now I'll close it out for you if you want me to. That's the feel-good moment of the week, brought to you by me and also Sandwell Institute for Pain Management for a pain-free life. Go visit SandwellPain.com today. No surgery, no pills, just treatment that gets you back feeling good.
Now, as high as my man Bart Scott is on the New York Knicks, Kendrick Perkins does not feel that way. And I'm just going to read the quote. We don't have enough time to play the audio. He went on First Take today, the day after the Knicks picked up a nice win against the Celtics, and said, the New York Knicks don't scare a soul, not even on Halloween. I still got the Celtics as the favorite, which would be cool because Kendrick Perkins did play in 2 NBA Finals with the Celtics. He won a championship back in 2008. But I'm like, my man, weren't you this like coronated mayor of New York just a couple years ago? Big body Brunson.
Big body
you know,
Brunson.
I might show up to a Knick playoff game. And all of Knick Nation, all of this town was high and heavy on the Kendrick Perkins bandwagon, a former Celtic, which I found distasteful. But he ingratiated himself with this audience. And now, when they're actually better, when they are a better team than they were a couple years ago, he's on here talking about how they don't scare a soul. Come on,
where friends become enemies.
I respect the grift.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect it.
He just showing love for his Celtics, you know what I'm saying?
But where was this love a couple years ago?
Because he hyped up. Because now he feel like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Tatum back. We feel good. It ain't nothing like a surprise win.
Fam, 2 years ago they won the championship, and he was a Knicks fan.
Oh, he picked them when they won the championship.
He was a Knicks fan when the Celtics were on their way to an 80-21 season, one of the best seasons in the history of the league. That year, this dude became a Knicks fan. And now all of a sudden, he's back to being a Celtics fan.
You are allowed to change.
Someone's got to explain that to me.
You know, see, that's the great thing about being an analyst. You don't have to have consistency. You don't have to stick with them. You can change. As soon as the date change, you can change.
And this is why Knicks fans get mad with the national media, because how is this the take the day after they pick up a nice win? We roasted them, Bart, for they can't beat teams over 500. We did that all last year. Well, they're 28-22 against teams above 500 now.
Yeah, their record against the top 5 is not so great.
They've checked one of the most important boxes from a year ago that we spent chastising them. And now the day after they beat the Celtics, a game that I felt like was pretty important from a psyche standpoint, as Tatum's coming back to the Garden, this is the take today. They didn't scare a soul, not even on Halloween.
Yeah, some people are going to always go with the opposite popular take because they want to be different.
Yeah,
so
it's like as the Chiefs are in the midst of a dynasty, picking them to miss the playoffs. Like
they missed the playoffs last year. I was just a couple years too late.
Excellent time, my man Bart Scott. You have a great weekend, my guy. This was fun, man. This was fun.
Somebody give Carlin the Z-Pack. So my boy Ty going to have to work on Monday.
He did slip in there that it's a 3-day holiday weekend, so I don't know what that's about.
It is?
What you said that, but I don't know what that's about. But what I do know is the K-Show's coming next. So keep it locked. Michael K returns right here on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com. That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pack to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep